another edition of the C3 Friday Free For All. It's the show for Panther fans, by Panther fans, and we do it every Friday at 7 p.m., man. My name is Cody Lashing. I am your host. Man, Panthers training camp is inching closer day by day. Your boys will be in Spartanburg for a couple of different meet and greets. One at Monster Subs and one with PMP at a creator get together. Man, it's going to be incredible. But look, man, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell for every single time the C3 Panthers podcast goes live. You already know what we do here. If you would like to join the show and be a part of the action, the link is pinned in the chat room, and it is also under the video on the YouTube and the Facebook page. Gentlemen, without further ado, ain't nothing to it but to do it. Let me introduce my illustrious panel. First up, he's here every single Friday. It wouldn't be a Friday without this man. It's Panther Pickle. Kenneth, what's up, brother?
What's up, guys? Oath you've taken. The time is now. Keep pounding or get run over.
Hey, watch your toes. You might run them things over, boy. What's
and
up?
no basketball talk.
Yeah, that's right, JJ. No basketball talk, bro.
JJ, shut the hell up.
Oh, shit.
Let it go, Pickle. Don't make me expose
We're
you.
already on one today, bro. Don't say nothing about his Hornets, bro. He'll get mad as hell. Next up, this man,
Bumblebees.
you might know him as the Stat Daddy. You might know him as the Bat Daddy. You might know him as the best damn beard in all of podcasts. Boy, let me tell you, he knows how to ruffle some feathers, folks. He does it with the best of them. It's my man, Greg. What's up, bro?
What's up, man? Check it out. I can't come on here every Friday, but there's a few good reasons to be on here this Friday. One, I got to defend my honor because I was called out by somebody who is currently not here right now. Another is to clarify some things. And, then I've got to say, first and foremost of anything and everything, I'd have been a little sauced on Tuesday. So just keep that in mind. I had a few to drink. So misunderstanding things and saying things like that. But I'm here to clarify some things going on from me and to talk Panthers football with everybody. So what's up?
Yeah, man, I'm happy to hear, man. You're definitely in the comments and the cat calls. You had people feeling some type of way, man.
What did I miss?
Every story needs a villain, man. Every
He
story needs a
compared
villain.
Bryce to Jamarcus Russell.
I mean, let's just say.
Let's clarify.
Yeah.
We'll introduce everybody, then we'll clarify. Yeah.
I'll let Greg clarify his stance. He has the opportunity.
Keep going, Cody.
Today on the Friday Free For All. Next up, this man, I have affectionately dubbed him as the brand ambassador for the C3 Panthers podcast because that's what he does, man. He waves the C3 flag high and mighty all the damn time. It's my man Don D's Ill Skills. What's up, bro?
Man, just proud to be a part of another Friday Free For All, and back out here with all my friends again. C3 is having a great week. Panther Pickle led the charge with us on Spaces this week. Catch us on Mondays and Thursdays on Twitter. Come check us out. It's just like this where you have the opportunity to speak and bat around some ideas with us. Once again, just glad to be a part of it. Let's get this thing rolling.
Absolutely, man. And listen, follow all of these dudes on Twitter, man. C3 Army is out in full force. And yeah, they've been doing these C3 spaces on Twitter, giving people more of an opportunity to talk about the team that they love. You boys are doing a bang-up job, and I certainly appreciate you. Next up, let me go to my man, the 910 Panther fan himself, my dude Kyle with that fresh cut. Kyle, what's up, dog?
How we doing, Cody? Thanks for having me. Another wonderful Friday. I'm ready. Let's get it.
Let's get it, man. Happy to have you. Next up, and I'm wearing my I don't know if y'all can see it. I got my Clemson orange or purple on today. And I did it to piss off this next salty ass hater. He's a good friend, even though he's a South Carolina fan. It's my dude, White Chocolate Espresso. What up, Kev?
I mean, how can you piss me off when my team beat yours?
Oh,
There's nothing you can do.
All right, y'all sit by the Kev. Later, Kev. We'll talk to you later, bro.
It's all right, Cody. You'll get him back in December.
Oh. I bet.
Look at my profile picture.
I was trying to show us something stupid. Oh, that's one sexy right there, boy. Oh,
Championship ring.
oh, what am I even doing?
There's a
in
belt,
that
but I
photo?
couldn't get the whole picture in.
Well, and hey, listen, there's no copyright over here, man. Credit where credit is due to the man that took that picture. My man, the homie, Anthony Piccarello. Anthony, what's up, dude?
What's going on, y'all? How y'all doing today?
I'm doing good, man. What's up with you?
What's up? Nothing much, just working. I'll be in here for a bit. Also, where the hell is G Baby? He
Right.
talks all this smack,
Right?
and he never comes on. I don't know where he is, but good to see y'all boys today. Hopefully, it's going to be another great Friday free for all. So I'm here for it, man.
Absolutely. And next up is my man, who is the man of many different jerseys. He's probably the biggest Panther and Ohio State Buckeye fan that I've ever met. It's my dog, JJ. JJ, what's up, bro?
Yes, sir. What's up, C3 family? It's your favorite Midwest Panther fan here. We all got things to say, but I honestly, oh shit, we got a full house already. I was gonna say,
I know, we
if you
only
want to
got
click
10
the
people,
link,
man. We full in
Yeah.
here, boys.
I was gonna say, if anyone wants to come up and share their opinions, like Cody said, we're gonna talk about other things like Bryce not signing his rookie deal yet, how you feel about the team, whether you want to address Greg's terrible statements from Tuesday.
Oh, we're going to have to
Like,
address this.
yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be
like-
first things first. I gotta get it out. Yeah.
But yeah, it's gonna be a great Friday, everyone.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Absolutely. Next up, my man that's been sailing the 7 seas, and he loves to come on the free for all and kick it with your boy.
Yes,
It's
sir.
my man Al. What's up, Al?
What's up, what's up, Cody? What's up, Greg? He was, you know, Cody stole the words on my fucking mouth. That fucking beard, dude. That fucking shit looks sweet, dude.
I appreciate
Yeah,
it.
bro.
But
I gotta
what's up,
compensate,
guys?
you know. So
Craig, JJ, everybody, what's good, bro? Man, I just
Yes,
got
sir.
back. No more South Florida. I mean, no more San Francisco, bro. I'm back to South Florida, bro. I was a bitch out here, bro.
Hey, back on the
Okay.
Eastern time zone, man.
Yeah, back on
time
Eastern
zone.
Time Zone, bro.
Yeah, how's that feel?
Fucking hot as shit. I don't know.
Yeah, yo, it is hot. Bro, I've been out all day today, damn near. Bro, let me tell you, Charlotte is hot like fire right now, dog. But hey, man, hit that like, hit that subscribe, hit that notification bell for every single time C3 Panthers Podcast goes live. We appreciate your participation. Gentlemen, I'm going to start with this. We talked about it on Tuesday, but we haven't gotten a chance to speak about it on the Friday free-for-all, and that is Julius Peppers and Muhsin Muhammad being inducted into the Panthers Ring of Honor, man. This is a big-time deal. So what I figured I would do, and again, we have some younger fans that might not remember the era of Julius Peppers and Muhsin Muhammad. Hell, I'm even one of those people that kind of, caught the tail end of these two gentlemen, but I still have some memories of them, but I felt...
Don't worry, I got memories.
Oh, I'm sure you do. And you know what? We're gonna use the free-for-all to voice those memories. Gentlemen, I want you to tell me what are, if any, some of your best memories involving Muhsin Muhammad and Julius Peppers, the all-time leading sack getter in Carolina Panther history. And yeah, you know what? I heard Jay Stubbs go first. So Jay Stubbs, why don't you tell me some of your favorite memories of these two gentlemen, man?
Well,
or just like memories that
no, I
stick
got
out
you.
to
I
you
got
the
you.
most.
Well, for
Gotcha.
Peppers though, my favorite memory from Peppers is kind of weird. It's kind of like not even a play. We were playing the Falcons one time, and Michael Vick was destroying us, and he got into it with our team, everybody was fighting, they're about to fight.
Yeah.
And Julius Peppers comes running over, and Michael Vick throws his helmet on him, takes the fuck off, and runs to the sideline. And I think that's my favorite memory because no one wanted to fuck with Peppers, man. He was a real deal, straight up dude. And for Muhsin Muhammad, man, it has to be the Super Bowl catch, bro. It has to be. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, man. Those are two Panther greats, man. I think they did a good job. A lot of people thought that Luke Kuechly might have been someone, but I'm actually glad that they went with the older route guys that have come before and have really made their mark on this organization. Not that Luke hasn't, obviously, but honoring the greats that have come before. I think that's a great idea to do that first. Bat Daddy, we talked about it a little bit on Tuesday, but give me some of your favorite memories or one memory that sticks out specifically involving Julius Peppers and Muhsin Muhammad.
Well, I mean, the Muhsin Muhammad play, I'm not going to lie. I don't remember a ton. I loved Muhsin Muhammad, but I don't, like, in memory, I'll have a lot of plays with him except for the Super Bowl catch. And with Julius Peppers, it's kind of weird for me because, like, I'm a UNC fan. I grew up a UNC fan my whole life. So for me, I have more memories of Julius Peppers just being so dominant in college on the basketball team and on the football team. Because at that time, the Carolina football team, the UNC football team was pretty good. So I have memories of that. I mean, 30 sacks. I think he's second all time in Carolina in sacks, and then he's on the top 5 list or whatever list for the NFL. So the guy's just so dominant. But for me, I have more memories of him in college, really. And I can't think of any specifically. But when I think Julius Peppers, I don't know why, and I know he's been a Panther. I always think powder blue or Carolina Tar Heels blue before I think Carolina Panthers. But I love that I can think both of them.
And he has 10 interceptions, bro, which is like really underrated for a defensive end.
Dope.
That was going to be my thing with
That's a great
Peppers.
stat right there, bro. That's a great stat to pull out right there, bro. That's a great stat. 10 interceptions as a D lineman.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy.
There's
And one of them for like 97 yards, almost. Scored.
Yeah.
That was
Almost
20
two.
He
He
scored a
fell
touchdown,
down one
though.
time. He just straight fell down.
Mm-hmm.
But he scored a touchdown, though.
My, I was going to say my memories of Julius Peppers was the interceptions and him lining outside on the offense because they just wanted to try to get some offense involved because we really didn't have it much. And for Muhsin, like Greg said, you don't really remember one play except for the Super Bowl play. And I think the reason because of that, he was the original Mr. Reliable. Like he's always catching stuff. He never had really that many drop passes. He just Mr. Reliable. Need 10 yards, get it.
Yeah. Go ahead.
It's one of those things where he's so reliable that like it's almost you remember bad plays more like with like Chris McCaffrey, for example. I remember like his 4 drops in Carolina more than I do the 400 catches he had.
Yeah. My man Al, do you remember the time of Julius Peppers and Muhsin Muhammad? And if so, what do you remember most about him?
I remember Muhsin Muhammad, like you said, he's just so steady that like you really can't pick a play out. Muhsin Muhammad. And then Peppers, I remember Peppers, I don't want to like bite off what Greg said, but I remember him playing basketball, bro, for a lot. But I remember him playing football, but he was just so good, bro. He's just very physically better than a lot of people on the field at the time. Whatever. He was just a stud, bro. He's just a stud, dude.
Yeah.
I said that. He's literally a power forward, like legit power forward.
Yeah.
He's like 6'7". He's like 6'7", like 250 pounds or 270 pounds type shit, dude. It's crazy.
I said on Tuesday, he reminded me of like the original Myles Garrett, like the type of player that Myles Garrett is billed as now. This unblockable mammoth of a man playing defensive end, fast and strong. Like that was Julius Peppers. He was the original athlete defensive end.
Cody, even in 2017, bro, he was still impressive. Like he was over the hill, and he was still a better defensive end.
He was good, bro. I was so happy when we my bad, Pickle. I was so happy when we brought him back, bro. I was so happy when we brought him back that year, bro, because he did make the defense better, dude. He made the defense
led
better.
us in sacks, I think, like 10
That
sacks.
carries on my point I wanted to bring up.
Yeah, go ahead,
I think my favorite moment, I know as the young guy, it's crazy. I got a Julius Peppers favorite moment. But it's easy for me. Week 4, 2017, Panthers versus Patriots in New England. I remember it so specifically because it was on my birthday. Julius Peppers came to play. We came into the game 2-1 after getting blown out by the Saints. And Peppers had 2 sacks that day. But I remember specifically getting hyped as fuck because, like, I'm one of those guys in a restaurant who are like, I don't really care. I'm going to stand up and yell at the TV.
Yeah.
And so I was like, take his old ass to the ground. That's an old hate crime right there. And really just, like, we ended up winning the game off a game-winning kick. And so that's easily my favorite Julius Peppers moment.
Yeah, man, that was a bunch of great moments, man. I'll go last. I have a moment, and y'all tell me if y'all think I got a bad moment or not. I kind of feel like it might be the moment for some of y'all too. But
I know. I feel like I know what you're gonna say. Go ahead.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, I'll just say it then, and y'all probably know what I'm about to say. When he was a Green Bay Packer.
I knew it.
I know. I'm sorry, bro. I can't help it. When they came back, he was with the Packers, they came to Carolina in 2015. We scored a touchdown, and Cam was going to do the Sunday giveaway and give a ball to a fan in the stands. And bro, Julius Peppers was not having that shit, bro. He did everything in his power to keep the ball away from Cam. And whether I like it or not, that's the first memory of Julius Peppers that really pops up in my head.
Cody, he said, "Fuck them kids, bro."
Yeah, he said, "Fuck them kids." It was
Also,
the original Michael Jordan meme.
I was gonna say Muhsin Muhammad also that 2004 season. He holds our most touchdowns in a season for a receiver.
I just remember Moose would catch the most craziest shit all the time, bro. You wouldn't even believe it.
A lot of my memory of Moose is just the extremely hard catches he always made. I mean, he always made them, and he was so underrated as a blocker. We would not have run all them yards if Moose wasn't there. Moose is the one who taught Steve Smith how to run block. Mm-hmm. Steve Smith sucked at run blocking when he came to the Panthers. Y'all believe that or not?
He also told Smitty to put a hole in his. He told him how, hey man, cut a hole in your cleat. Like he taught him all the little tricks. He was a good mentor.
He did.
Well, it's like.
Hold on. What are you talking about? You cut a hole in your cleat. What's that mean, dude? I'm my bad, bro. What's that mean, dude?
I don't know.
He said, "I don't know." I don't know.
Cut a hole in the cleat. I don't know. I've never heard of that.
No, he just Steve Smith talked about how him and Muhsin Muhammad and Ricky Prohl really taught him all the veteran secrets, like cutting his cleat a certain way, like when he's putting it on, so he can go in and out of his brakes and shit. It's pretty interesting.
Okay.
Yeah.
We had mentioned it on the Tuesday show too, that you take Steve Smith off this roster, and I don't think you can argue against the fact that Muhsin Muhammad is the best receiver of all time for Carolina.
Yeah, no question about it.
Off the roster.
Easily.
Easy.
No doubt, dude. That's no doubt.
Moose was never a get to the glory guy, and he really never was. And he didn't care if he was to Steve Smith. He didn't care if he was the number one or the number two, or as long as he was part of it. And
he's funny as hell, dude. He used to do the radio show with Frank, right?
Yeah. He used to do some at WFNZ quite often, but all the former Panthers used to do WFNZ.
Moose was the man up until 2004. The year after they went to the Super Bowl, Moose was the man the whole time until they went to the Super Bowl. I mean, after the Super Bowl, the next year, then that's when Steve Smith really took off, type shit, whatever. Like from 2005 to 2007, whatever. That's when Steve Smith really took off. But Moose was the man, bro. Moose was the man, dude. But
Chicago and ended it.
And if I may, because I didn't talk yet, if I may, my memory of Peppers, one of my favorite memories, and I don't know why it stands out, is we were in a playoff game, and I don't know exactly whether the call was wrong, but they ended up with 3 wide receivers on the field, and we only had 2 corners. Well, they had a safety. I don't remember the team, but Peppers. But there was a wide receiver lined out, and there was nobody covering him. And Peppers went from defensive end. He waved to the to Jenkins. I think it was Jenkins, or no, it was Buckner. And Buckner stepped out to play. He stepped out to play end, and Peppers covered the wide receiver. Fox and him was getting ready to do the timeout, and Peppers went like this. Stop. No, I got this. And they said, all right, fine. Pep's got it. So they let Pep do it, and he ended up picking the ball off at that point.
Jerry Richardson should have never called him out the ticket. I mean,
you're right. You're right. That was, and that was.
You called him ticket.
I don't believe Jerry. Yeah. I don't believe Peppers was going to come back anyway. I really don't. But it's one of them things. If you're pretty much out the door anyway, but you want to go out nice. And the guy calls you out like that, it's like, all right, dude, fuck you.
He called him out, and then the next year he was basically gone.
It was like Dan Gilbert.
Yeah, it was pretty much over.
God, that nigga ticket.
When Richardson called him out,
I have no idea why I called him ticket.
He didn't call him out as a play on the field. Peppers was never an outspoken, forceful type of leader.
Right.
But they wanted Peppers to do that. They wanted Peppers to be a Luke Kuechly on the field, and that's just what New Peppers was.
Yeah, Peppers
You know?
he wasn't too good in front of the microphone.
No,
All right,
he wasn't.
so-
They wanted him to be that way, and that's
And
what they
Muhsin
called him
Muhammad
out.
was though.
They wanted
Yes.
him to be a more vocal leader
Yeah,
than he was, but I feel like that's kind of unfair. Like imagine,
It was.
imagine telling Luke Kuechly to be a better leader. Like just
Yeah.
because he's not the jump up and down, rah rah rah, shove you in the pads type of player.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean that he isn't leading in his own
Yeah.
way. But I
Right.
get there was a whole conversation about him. Look, let me ask this to either Anthony, Don, or 910 Kyle. Do any of y'all have any things that you want to say? Because I got someone waiting in the background. Y'all already know who showed up. And I know Greg has some things that he wants to get off his chest.
Oh, baby.
We're not gonna put it off too much longer, but I want to give everyone an opportunity to speak their mind about this. So Anthony, Don, or Kyle, go ahead, man. The floor is yours.
Yeah, I'll go real quick. Obviously, I'm only 20 years old, so I wasn't like I don't really remember Peppers that much, but I do remember my dad taking me to games when I was like 5 and 6, and he was one of the probably top 2 players on our team during that time. But I do remember in 2017 watching us play the Packers, and it was the week that Aaron Rodgers came back after he broke his collarbone. And he threw 3 interceptions, which is like he that's the only time he's ever thrown 3 interceptions in a game, I think. And I just remember Peppers had like 2 sacks. So like from my memories from Peppers, I mainly only really remember the season he came back that year, but I think he was our best pass rusher. So he was still playing at such a high level at such an old age. Moose, I don't remember at all. But I did go back. Like I've watched a lot of the older Panthers games, so I've seen him play. And like as Pickle and many people mentioned on here already, he's not the fanciest or he's not what's the word?
He's reliable, bro. He's just reliable.
He's just really super reliable, and he made a lot of tough catches. He kind of reminds me a lot of Adam Thielen back in his heyday, honestly.
Yeah.
So I think he's just a reliable, consistent receiver. That's all you can ask for. But those are my memories on him.
True professional, legit.
Yep.
Right.
Hey, like I said, no shame if you don't remember him. I mean, my first real year loving and following the Panthers was 2011, and Julius Peppers' final year was 2009. I had always known of him. I had always kind of tepidly followed the NFL, but Cam Newton brought me to this team. I've said that multiple times. And but yeah, so a lot of my memories are from 2017. And it's just wonder, man, even in 2017, led the Panthers in sacks at 11. Yeah, he was doing crazy things, man. Don,
what's
Kyle,
Brian Burns' hi? What's Brian Burns' tie sack now again?
yeah, I mean, hey, Brian Burns.
Wash Peppers got 11, my boy.
Hey, I'm just saying, bro. Brian Burns.
37 years old.
Brian Burns and Julius Peppers, they're technically kind of on pace with one another.
Sorry, I'm sorry to take it there, bro. I'm sorry to take it there, dude.
I'm just saying.
They are.
Peppers
Wait,
did his
hold on,
backs
let me.
when football was football.
Yeah.
Let
That
me
motherfucker
let
can
me-
stop and run too.
Dude, Brian Burns can fucking Peppers is jock strap, dude.
Let me get my man Don in on this. Diggs, go ahead, bro.
Yeah, just real quick, because I'm excited about what's coming up too. I want to see this as well. But right here, this is my favorite memory of Moose, 2003,
Oh,
the
this
Super
right
Bowl.
there.
I'm
I'm gonna
catch.
put you up on. Yeah, there you go.
There we go.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's my favorite memory of Moose. And then just when Pep came back to the team, I remember being so excited about it, and all my other friends that are Panthers fans were excited about it too. That's my 2 real quick. If Kyle has one and wants to go.
Right. I was just gonna say the same thing. Like Cody said. I mean, Cam really brought me to the team. I watched him in his Auburn days, so I really wanted to follow his career, and I ended up moving to North Carolina that same year. So I just thought it was kind of, in the cards to be a Panthers fan.
Destiny.
So like Moose, I really don't remember him, but like I've gone back and watched multiple games, like they were saying, and he is a really, really solid, reliable. He doesn't like jump off the page, but like he's like the I followed the Steelers before I followed the Panthers, so he would be like the Heath Miller, the reliable, always going to catch the ball kind of guy. And Peppers, just like D said, like I remember I was a fan, and then like the best pass rusher that we had ever known left the team and was playing for somebody else. So, I started my fandom like kind of salty towards the guy. And, then he came back, and the first game, instantly 180, love the guy, went out and got a jersey, like, loved it.
Yeah.
So
you're like, oh, that's why Panther fans love this
right,
dude so
right.
much. He is a destroyer.
Cody, I remember the year they went to the Super Bowl. I cut out the newspaper of every game that they played that year. I have it like in a binder too and everything.
Nice.
Was it Moose on this cover of Sports Illustrated?
He might have been.
Yeah, I think it is like the sticker it's out and this Moose putting his
Was it
finger
when
up
he
his
caught the
mouth.
touchdown, right?
Yeah,
I think so.
they had my man Kev scrapbooking out here.
Dude, I was
You
I
know
had
it
every
was
newspaper
special.
from every game that year. I was cutting pictures. I was like, I was 13.
So hey man, let me
That's
get
cool.
this. Let me and by the
Yeah,
way,
he's great.
just a little forward. We already have 10 people in here, so in order to make sure everybody gets a turn, I'm gonna be from time to time. I might switch somebody in and out just to make sure we get everyone. But right now we're good. Al, I see you in the background, bro. I'll definitely get you back in here. Just stay there. Let me get the opinion of this next man. He's infamous, y'all. Sometimes y'all make him fucking sick. And he'll gladly tell you about it, bro. It's the homie. And I heard that he's got smoke for one of my panelists up here today, bro.
Oh man.
It's that dude, G, baby. G, what's up, dog?
What's good with my dogs, G?
What's up, G?
We're just up here chilling, bro. We're just up here chilling. So G, before you go to war with the Bat Daddy,
Yeah, before I talk to King Leonidas over here to the left, let's touch base on this Julius Peppers and Muhsin Muhammad.
Jump in on it, bro.
Man, I don't fuck with Julius Peppers, bro. I'm just gonna be completely honest.
Oh shit!
Damn it.
But listen, a lot of you motherfuckers, I am about to be 32 and August 3rd. Okay, I'm about to be 32. I watched that Julius Peppers there. I was alive and I seen that shit. But I'm telling you right now, that motherfucker was lazy, bro. He took plays off, and then he cheated, bro. Bro, he bounced, bro. He didn't want to fuck with Carolina no more, dog. And we offered a contract, bro. He did not want to fuck with us, bro. And he went to Chicago, bro. And that's my brother's favorite team. That's my grandma's favorite team. And I had to eat that shit, bro. I will never forgive Julius Peppers for that, bro. He had the opportunity to stay, bro.
He saw
like I will never fuck with him ever again, bro.
A lot of people feel the way that
Peppers,
he saw what was coming, man.
Peppers let everybody know he wanted to leave Carolina because he wanted to play in a 3-4. And Fox was never going to move to a 3-3-4.
Never.
And Peppers wanted to go to a 3-4. And if he would have went to a 3-4 team, it would have been easier for fans to handle. But instead, he went from a 4-3 defense to an identical, very close to the same defense he had in Carolina in Chicago. That was like slapping your mama in the face. That was like your best friend walking into your
He didn't
house
like how
and
Jerry called
smacking
him out.
your
That's
mama
what it came down to. He didn't like what Jerry said about him. That was it.
No,
did he leave in the 09? So, because I remember when I really started watching was I remember 08, we went to the playoffs and lost to the Cardinals, right? And Jake Delhomme was the quarterback.
I was at that game.
That was awful.
At that game.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
So then the
me
following
too.
year, did he leave
let's not
during
revolve that game.
Did he leave after the 09 season?
Yeah, his final year in Carolina was 2009, and he came off of 10.5 sacks that year. So he had a good year, but
he knew Cody. To be fair, he knew Jerry Richardson was about to pack it in for a year too.
Yeah, he knew.
That's
he
my
knew
point.
that.
So like G has
Yeah.
a like in a way you have to kind of to G's point, you kind of got a feel for him that we were going under that like little 2-year rebuild kind of thing going on after we had that.
No,
Bro,
No,
fuck that shit, man.
it wasn't-
Fuck that shit. I didn't even.
No, excuse
Listen,
me, it wasn't
y'all.
a rebuild. It was about Jerry Richardson saving money because he didn't want to give the players any money.
During the
Thank
lockout,
you,
exactly.
Pickle.
That's all that was.
Oh, that's
Thank you, Pickle.
Jerry Richardson cut a shitload of fan loyal players, players that made Keep Pounding what it was. He cut them all so he could save his almighty dollar and he could suck ass to the NFL.
Yeah.
For the
That's all
lockout.
that
Yep.
shit was.
And gave
It was
Jake
no
Delhomme
more
an
than that.
extension.
Jerry Richardson told John Fox, "You might have a Hall of Fame, you might have an excellent staff, but fuck them. They're not getting the money
Yep.
you
All
want."
right, so then, Pickle, with that said, does it make his move seem a little bit more understandable? Like, okay, and the fact that they went, 1-15 or 2, like in 2010, like they did end up tanking the very next year. If you thought that it was a sinking ship, I mean, technically the man wasn't wrong, you know?
Right.
Dude, they cut
I'm not
everybody,
saying-
bro.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not saying that Peppers was wrong.
But-
I mean,
Right.
Peppers knew what was coming.
But you remember,
he wasn't as
But he
dumb
did
as
get
some
offered a
folks thought he was.
contract the year before, though.
But
So
y'all
He was.
remember Steve Smith interview?
Bro, he
recently
did not
said
want to be in
he wanted to
Carolina,
leave.
y'all. I promise y'all, man. That shit broke my fucking heart, bruh.
me
Neither
too, bro.
did
Like
Steve
that shit
Smith.
broke my fucking heart. I'll never forgive him. And not only that, my favorite, and this is just me, y'all. And this is just what I've seen with my two fucking eyes. The two best defensive players I've seen for the Carolina Panthers, bro. There's two, bro. It's Luke Kuechly, bro, and John Beeson, dog. Those are the two greatest defensive players I've
Beeson
ever
was a
seen
beast.
with my two fucking eyes, bro.
Yeah.
I
Beeson was a
promise
beast, but
y'all,
as soon
bro.
as we got rid of him, he fell apart. It was
I
crazy.
need to remember,
Bro,
I
John
was-
Beeson was injuries, bro. Hurt him towards
Yeah.
the end of his career.
but he
But
was
bro,
a beast,
John
yeah.
Beeson was Luke Kuechly before Luke Kuechly, y'all. I promise,
Well,
bro.
Let
Agreed.
me,
Right.
let me get Kevin on this. Go ahead, Kevin.
I was going to say,
Like
Steve-
Luke. Do you guys have you ever
He
called Luke
instantly
Kuechly
cut you
lazy?
off.
never.
No, never. Never.
Never.
Hold on, let me let Kev get on. Go ahead, Kev.
I was going to say, Steve Smith did an interview with Club Shay Shay where he said he wanted out of Carolina now. Do you hate him
Oh,
the
yeah, I
same for
remember
Peppers?
exactly, and he blamed Gettleman the whole time. Man, that fucked up.
That's kind of fucked up.
No, that was on Gettleman. I hate Gettleman.
But
I
he
hate
said he
him
wanted
working.
out though. So
And I'll,
I mean,
I'll
Yeah.
just flat say it.
And he made it seem
People
like he
say
was
you
getting the
shouldn't
boot.
hate
Like-
anybody. I hate David Gettleman. If I saw David Gettleman, I'd slap that.
Oh my
motherfucker
God!
in
Thank you, Pickle. Thank you, Pickle. Because what he did to Josh Norman, I'll never forgive him for that shit,
Oh,
bruh.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
What he did to Josh Norman fucked us up, bruh.
We went to the Super Bowl, and he took that Super Bowl team, and he like the whore in the park. He bent
he
him
got
over
lucky, bro.
and strapped her down and let everybody have a turn. That's a
It
fact.
felt
What
like,
he did. He
it felt like-
he ripped this team apart because he was so smart. He knew what he was doing.
It felt
He
like
was
Steve
Mitch
Smith was
Kupchak.
telling us that he was getting the boot, but he was trying to get his way out.
He was Mitch Kupchak.
By the way,
He was Cody in fantasy.
yeah, shut up, Kev. So while we're talking, speaking of Josh Norman, this is Cam Newton and Josh Norman doing a kickball competition between the Newtons and the Normans. But yeah, man. I mean, listen, I just wanted to give everybody an
What is
opportunity to speak on.
That's so crazy to me, bro.
I know. I love that they're still friends, man. Like that's a real friend when you're able to fight with a dude, and then later y'all are still cool all that years later. But that's how you know we got some friends on
That
the
is
Friday
cool.
free for all,
Isn't his
bro. Because
don't
we
he own
be
a
fighting all
coffee
the
shop?
time on this bitch.
Don't he own a coffee shop right next to the cigar factory or cigar store by Cam?
I think so,
He
man.
was
Josh
working
Norman
with-
has a few different businesses.
It was like right across the street from Cam's cigar place.
Yeah. All right, so look, here's what I'm gonna do. Let me pass the mic to my man Greg, because my man Greg ruffled some feathers the other night, and Greg, man, you really had some people really upset, man. And but you said that you felt like you were a little bit misunderstood, so I'm gonna let you have
Defend
a chance.
yourself.
to clarify your statements before everybody jumps on your ass. So the floor is
Hey,
yours.
but what did you say first of all? I didn't hear it.
Yeah, that's okay. That's the first thing I need to figure out. But let me just put this out there, and then when everybody wants to say, I'll defend as well. Okay, so first of all, I've never said Bryce Young was garbage. Okay, and I'm not backing down on this. Okay, I've never said Bryce Young was garbage. It's never. You can look it up. It's never ever happened one time. Yes, I wanted to see.
That's fucking bullshit, dude.
That doesn't mean that I said Bryce. Let me finish what I'm saying. I've never said Bryce Young is garbage. However,
let me just tell you, I promise I will let you have all the time in the world to respond to Greg however you want to. Let him get this off his chest, and then y'all can have at him if y'all see fit. Go ahead.
Okay. Never said he's garbage. I've said that I think that he might have what he needed to succeed. You can go back and look at it. I've said he might have what we got. Okay. What I'm saying is, I don't have his balls on my chin right now, okay? Because I've not seen him do it. And that was my comparison with Jamarcus Russell last week. Now, once again, I was a little drunk. Okay, so I may have misspoken on something I said, but my stance is I have not seen him do it. There is nothing that is bad or going to come to be bad from Bryce Young succeeding. That's all good for me. I want him to do it. And I think that he's a talented guy and he could. Yes, I wanted CJ Stroud over him. That doesn't mean I think he's garbage. I have never said that, okay? I've just said I have not seen him do it. And that brought me to the Jamarcus Russell comparison. And that was what I meant when I said that. Because when Jamarcus Russell came out, everybody thought he was the shit. It was it. There was nobody better than him. The guy could throw the ball 70 yards on a damn knee. On one knee, okay? So don't anybody tell me they didn't think Jamarcus Russell was going to be the most dominant quarterback probably to ever play in the NFL, and he came in and was a bust. And that's all I'm saying, okay? Bryce Young has what it looks like it takes to be able to get it done. But I have not seen it yet, so I will not open my mouth and insert his cock until I see that.
But
okay?
let me bring this back, Greg. There is a part of you, though, that is afraid that this could be a little bit too much for him, that he is a little bit too small, that he doesn't necessarily have the
he does not have the attributes to succeed. I agree, which is why I'm worried. That does not mean that he can't, though. I'm not saying that he can't.
I've never heard
he does
Greg
not have
say
the physical
about
attributes of a quarterback that succeeds in the NFL. That is a fact. That is not my opinion. That is an absolute fact. That does not mean
I've never
seen
you give anyone more of not the benefit of the doubt.
If I can say this.
Oh, well, hold on. He said I've never had anybody give him more without the benefit of the doubt. Look at what I've been through the last 5-6 years. Yeah. I've seen this movie. Okay, that's why I'm skeptical about what's going on. I'm not saying it can't work.
I've never seen
All
Greg
I'm saying
Judge
is
or
I
rookie.
need to see it first. And if anybody thinks that I'm being a hater for that, I don't give a shit, to be truly honest with you, because I'm not. I'm just being realistic, and I'm looking forward to what's going to happen in the season, and I hope that it works out well.
He's saying you got to show me,
I'm not going to crown him until he deserves the crown.
I don't buy a jersey until I see it.
And that makes a lot of sense. And you're not alone, Greg. You're not alone. There's fans out there that have podcasts all over YouTube that agree with you, and they're not necessarily hating on Bryce. They're just saying, "Let me see it in some games.
Right.
Let me see it in some games."
And I believe
I
just want to see it.
I'll react.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I've never bought a rookie jersey before. I wait till after the first year.
Yeah, and there's a lot. And if you say he did all this or college is great, it is. But it's still not the same as the NFL.
No.
And
wait, Kevin, you don't have a horn jersey?
There's a lot of rules now that are different, and in some positions it's easier in college than the NFL, and some positions it's harder in the college than it is in the NFL because the NFL kisses so much butt to certain positions anyway. So
I also don't like
say this real quick?
players I'm younger than.
Can I say this to Greg's point?
Yeah, go ahead, man.
Is G-Baby still? Has G-Baby talked yet?
I'm in this bitch.
Okay, all right. So listen, y'all. I mean, everyone knows I'm the second biggest Bryce Young fan besides G-Baby, and I think he's gonna be a fucking amazing quarterback. But my only thing about why I'm being so I'm kind
Keyword
of like.
think.
Don't do that shit, Anthony.
Keyword think.
Nah, you ain't doing that shit around me, bruh. I ain't letting that shit fly, dude.
Hey, you're in a safe place. You're in a safe place, buddy. Go ahead.
This is the same shit that I've been saying to Anthony, bro.
You're in a
Don't
safe place.
backstep
Just
now,
say it.
bro. Don't
No, we ain't doing that shit. That's my nigga.
Yeah,
He an alien, bro. He a motherfucking alien. Roll Tide, motherfucker.
There's a
Roll Tide,
disturbance in the
bro.
course.
I know what he's
One
going
out
to
of
say. Let him finish.
Jesus.
If I think he says what I think he's going to say, he's been saying it from day one.
Go ahead, Ant.
We have to be realistic, okay? Like,
Oh,
y'all
here
are
we go.
expecting 4,400 yards, 33 touchdowns, 5 interceptions, but the reality is that this defense is not that good, and that he's still a rookie. Okay, I'm gonna be praising this motherfucker after year 2 if he does what he does this season. If he wins the games he's supposed to, even if he's a game manager at best year 1, that doesn't mean it's a disappointment. You just have to limit your expectations a little, because I just don't want people to get completely disappointed when he doesn't reach such a high mark that we're setting. And this is coming.
Hey, Cody, who's been saying that the whole offseason?
A lot of people.
It
You
sounds
you
almost like the same
a
thing I'm
lot.
saying is be realistic, and we haven't seen it yet. So
No, yeah, and when he does prove it, trust me, I'll be on here telling all y'all motherfuckers this is why we were supposed to draft him.
I'll be cheering it on, and I'll be telling you you're right.
Everyone
Like,
has
I have no
really
problem
said
telling
that
you you're right about
except for
that.
Anthony and G-Baby.
Yeah, but I want to speak briefly on what Anthony said about the defense. He's 100% right. I went on, Deets, if you remember, we talked about this in Thursday.
Yes.
Because in spaces, because the defense, folks, you got to remember something. Whether we like him or we don't like him, J.C. Horn and Dante Jackson are our starters, and they both have had a history of injuries since they come in the NFL. Now, let's understand something. We know injuries happen. Do you understand who the backup corners are? If J.C. Horn goes down, C.J. Henderson or Keith Thomas is coming into play. If Jackson goes down, the same
Barbecue
thing.
chicken.
God forbid both of them go down, and the only true pass rusher you got is Brian Burns, a guy G-Baby don't like any damn way.
Tell
So
him.
understand what you're saying. Bryce Young may break the rookie passing record because he'll be the only damn guy on the field. Our defense is going to suck ass.
That's what. Yeah.
Hey, Pickle,
We
you want to
still have Shax Thompson. Go ahead.
Listen, y'all need to start giving our defense some credit, though.
Yeah, let
I think our
G-Baby
defense
get
is
in.
better than they're
Go,
letting out to be
G-Baby,
true, but yeah.
tell them what they're missing, bro. Tell them what they're not understanding
Bro, I
about
feel
Bryce
like-
Young, bro.
I feel like our defense is solid, man. Solid. We got young playmakers on the defensive side of the ball. Y'all hype up Brian Burns. He better have double-digit sacks this year.
He about to.
Like I actually like DJ Johnson, that rookie. He's able to stop the run. You know who he reminds me of? He reminds me of Greg Hardy.
Okay.
He plays like Greg Hardy.
I can see that.
Like just able to stop the
On the
run,
field,
able
though.
to get to the quarterback.
Yeah.
He's got that mean streak, that background. You know what I'm saying? He a dog, bro.
You gotta
Yo,
hope
Greg
he's not
Hardy was
working at
crazy as
Walmart
fuck, bro. That
for
shit's
years,
crazy.
bro.
Yeah,
So,
and that motherfucker is crazy.
Yeah, he is.
But, all right, so G-Baby, but okay, forget the defense. What are you saying to everybody that's like, oh, we need to take our time before we start hyping up Bryce too much? He's going to be
Bro, we have the best receiving core we've had in the past 7 years.
That don't mean shit.
I mean, but
It's still bottom
based
five.
on what?
I
What do you
think
mean based
trying to
on
win the
what?
division is
I
the
mean, based
goal.
on
If we
what?
win a
No, hold
division,
on, hold on.
everybody's happy, right?
Yeah. Like I agree. I think we have a good wide receiving core, but let's be real. We have Adam Thielen, who got cut from a team that's a very pass heavy team with a guy who can throw the ball.
Garbage.
Okay. And he's kind of
Yeah.
long in the tooth. He's getting a little old.
What?
We have a rookie.
I like where
Bro,
Greg's
just a
going.
couple of years ago, he was.
We have
Y'all
we
are
have got TMJ.
You
who hasn't proven
ungrateful
himself.
motherfuckers. Not some fucking
TMJ
ungrateful
hasn't proven himself
motherfuckers,
yet.
man.
DJ Chark
Oh,
hasn't
so
proven
ungrateful,
himself
bro.
yet.
I
All
think
I'm
the
saying
Vikings
is,
wanted to
I
go
think
younger.
we have no. Look, see, this is the problem, G baby. Is you're taking everything to an extreme. All I'm saying is, I don't think we could say we have an elite wide receiving core. I think we have a good wide receiving core, but it's going to be hard to say that we have have the best we've had in years. Like, who's proven on our wide receiving core they are a
Man,
number one top
If
dog
Mingo
wide
hits,
receiver?
bro, we're gonna
Like,
be
who's
in good
proven it?
shape.
We don't
Let
have
me
a guy
Bro.
right now you can stand out and say this is the number one guy. pay this guy big
Adam
money. There's not one
Thielen.
guy.
What are you talking about? He's the
Adam
most
Thielen
consistent
is
receiver
not-
we have, bro.
Trash.
No,
He's
no, hold
fucking
Go
on.
look at the fucking
trash.
stats. Cody,
Okay, then.
pull up the
He's
past 5 years of
trash.
Adam Thielen's fucking career, bro.
No,
I
go
agree.
watch
I agree.
the
But listen,
fucking
listen,
pull up
G
the
baby. What
fucking
you're not
stats,
taking,
bro.
what you're not
He
taking
Y'all
into
are
consideration
terrible.
is
Wow,
he's older now, and a team that's pass heavy that was with him for years, that's been with his whole career, let him go.
They wanted a younger
Yeah,
There's a
receiver.
because they
reason
paid
for that,
$100 million
man.
to a
They
quarterback.
drafted Jordan fucking Addison, the best receiver in the NFL draft, bro.
They'd
What are you
rather have
talking
a
about?
rookie than
He's on my fantasy team too.
Wait, time out. Let me let JJ go. I told JJ he could go. Go ahead, JJ.
No, okay. People got to realize, like, all right, our best and most proven player we added this year in this offseason was Von Bell.
Yes.
The
yes.
biggest person we lost was
Okay.
DJ Moore. We earned that 9th overall pick last year. Let's stop acting like this. This team is amazing. It's just because it's better than what a normal first overall pick would get doesn't mean compared to the rest of NFL teams we're going to be all that great. Again, no matter how you shape it or form it, this receiving core is bottom 10 no matter how you shape it. Right now, nobody has until proven
Get the
otherwise,
fuck
it's
out of here,
bottom
JJ. I'm
10.
about to kick you out of the fucking.
Just 'cause
Bro, I'm
it's
about to
better
kick
than
you
what
out of
we
my
used to
fucking
have.
phone, bro.
It's
If I
not
could jump through
better
the
than
fucking
20
screen, I'd
other
kick you in
teams, G baby.
God damn it,
It's
bro.
not. 'Cause you
Oh
don't
my
be
God,
spitting no
dude.
facts, bro. Anyways, all right.
JJ's
Just 'cause
right.
our O-line, hold on. Just because our O-line took a giant step for our history, it was 15th. That's middle of the NFL. All right. Just because our weapons look better than our history, it's still bottom 10 to the NFL, bro. Like, Miles Sanders is taking a step back in his whole surrounding cast. We don't know if he'll be as good as he was last year for them. Frank Wright isn't this Andy Reid, Kyle Shanahan play caller. He's made great work with the dog shit supporting cast he's had. But, like, we don't know he's going to be this magic maker over here, all right? Like,
We also
like,
don't know
let's
that they're
calm it down
not
for a
either,
second.
though.
And
I would
Bryce
say-
Young's a whole rookie. Like, we can't just expect, oh my God, these guys are going to be amazing. Bro, let's see it to believe
What
it.
was
Like,
the main
and
thing that
Adam
hold it?
Thielen is garbage.
Stop.
Yeah.
He's terrible.
Bro,
No.
that's what-
Let
see,
me
that's
go
what
into
y'all
I'm
Adam
be-
Thielen.
I'm
real
gonna
quick.
remember you
No,
fucking
no,
said
no,
that
no,
shit,
no.
bro. I got your receipt, motherfucker.
'Cause you
I
know
got your
just
shit,
look
bro.
at box scores, bro. He's not
Just because
good.
he's not a
He
superstar
played the
doesn't
most
make him
games he
garbage.
hasn't played
Let me say
in
it.
4 years and had the worst statistics he's had.
Yes.
It's no coincidence when they play man coverage.
That's
they're
what
either
happens when
backing
you get
Justin
Justin fucking Jefferson, bro.
Stop, G baby.
Get the fuck
Stop.
out of here,
He's getting
bro.
he's getting the
Justin-
cornerback
Oh my God.
too. and
TJ
can barely get
Hawkinson. That's where you get TJ
separation.
Hawkinson too, bro.
They traded for TJ Hawkinson because Adam
Get the
Thielen
fuck
is
out of here,
garbage.
JJ. You're
They
tripping,
let
bro.
him go
You're
and
tripping.
drafted a rookie because he's garbage.
I'm
Stop
glad
He's
doing
not
that.
garbage.
Making up box
Cody, can I
scores,
say
bro.
something?
I don't know. He's garbage.
So, listen,
how many
man,
7-year?
even in 2019,
You gotta pull up his stats, Cody. I need you to. No, we're not having that disrespect, bro.
After 3 straight injury-riddled
He's
years,
garbage with
bro.
6 touchdowns. How many
G baby,
touchdowns
can
did
you not
DJ Moore
see? I
have
got
for the
him up-
last
I
4
got him up
years?
on the-
Yeah, I
got
got
him
you.
up on the screen.
He got more touchdowns
how
than
many
DJ Moore
quarterbacks did he
in the
play
last
with,
3
like
years.
Kirk
How is that
Cousins?
garbage,
Kirk
bro?
Cousins clears
Yeah.
any
Dude, we
quarterback.
can't
garbage.
complain about
Let me
6
talk, wait,
touchdowns, bro.
Time
Look,
out. Let
G
the
baby.
host.
How is that garbage, bro?
I'm not.
Stop. Everyone
Y'all
stop.
are gonna be
Let
so
the
disappointed
host
on Adam
get back
Thielen.
under control. Let me just make this point right quick, y'all. The past 3 seasons, this man has cleared 700 yards.
We could use that.
Minus last year where he had 6 touchdowns. The 2 years before, in 2020, he had 14 touchdowns and 10 touchdowns in 2021. If you want to say that this man is a little bit older, whatever, you're entitled to. But you're not about to say that my man is trash.
Look at all of his efficiency. Look at all of his games.
Yeah, I don't think he's trash. I don't think he's trash.
He had the
But
worst
he
yards
is
he's
on
had
the decline in his career with a new team right now.
There's
and a
no
rookie
evidence
quarterback.
of that, though.
Hold on, stop.
Where is the evidence of that?
Cody,
look at the
look
yards.
at the games
He's
he's
gone down in
played.
yards and games played every year for the last 3 years.
It's
God.
complete.
That's
Look
one
at his
evidence.
average
Justin
catch.
Jefferson
It's
on
completely
there.
under decline.
Didn't he play?
Justin
He played every
Jefferson
game
on
last
their
year, didn't
team
he?
makes his day
Jake-
easier because he
played
has to
every
play the
game last
second
year.
cornerback and
Here.
Justin Jefferson's getting double covered. Justin Jefferson makes his game easier. So Justin
And he
Jefferson on
still
the team is
can't
not an
release
argument in
at
your
a good
favor.
level.
How many
but also,
targets
it's
does he
not
get?
like we're
How many
asking
catches
Adam
does he get?
we're not asking Adam Thielen to be a number one wide receiver here.
I agree, but
So-
all I'm
so it's
saying
also
is
like-
Exactly.
all I'm saying is we don't have.
Who is
there is
going to be
nothing
then?
to say right now that they are the best wide receiving core we've had in years. There is nothing to say
Nobody,
that.
JJ.
Cody, let me get in on
Why
this.
we should
Cody,
fucking sign
hold
someone.
on,
Let me
bro.
talk. Let me
Bryce
talk.
Young
Let me talk.
passes
Go.
between 0 and 20 yards, bro. Look
No,
at Adam Thielen's fucking average, bro. Look at his average. 10 yards.
Well.
10
really
yards.
Steadily
12,
declining,
13,
bro. He's
12, bro.
garbage.
Bryce and Adam are going to fucking eat, bro.
I hope so.
Hold
Hold
I
on.
really
Let
do.
me
That'd be
talk.
awesome.
Let me talk. Let me talk.
Let me
The
let-
reality of my whole point is that I don't want Bryce to be in the same goddamn situation Cam Newton was throughout his whole career, bro, where he has no real offensive help, and he's just creating everything on
Cam
his
had
own.
Steve Smith, bro. What are you talking about?
Yeah,
Yeah,
for,
two
for
games.
like
Greg
2
Olsen.
years, but he was
As a
acting
rookie, he
like,
had him
I'm
though,
sorry, I'm
right?
thinking
Like, we're
DJ
talking
Moore,
about
not
rookie
Steve
year,
Smith.
right?
My bad.
okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Oh, my
So-
dude, you
so-
guys, man.
Okay, so remember I made the point about how I think this defense is not good. This is my whole thing with y'all. Y'all are expecting so much from Bryce Young, but at the same time, it won't fucking matter if our defense is giving up what Aaron Rodgers' defenses have given up for him the past 12 fucking seasons. It doesn't matter. It doesn't work like that. It's a team sport. So in reality, Bryce Young can be amazing, but he's not going to be able to do everything. And to JJ's point, yes, he's correct on this. On paper, this is a bottom 10 wide receiver unit. As much as I loved watching Adam Thielen in Minnesota, he did have a solid quarterback. And yes, Bryce Young can be good, but this dude's 33 at this point. Julio Jones, one of the top 7 wide receivers of all time, is out of the fucking league by age 34. It's just, this is the age where wide receivers fall
The
off.
unathletic wide receiver, too, by the way. Like,
Yes, and he's
White
even
as
more
hell.
unathletic than Julio Jones was. So I just don't get this whole thing. Like,
Julio
I
Jones
get
is
we
more
can be
athletic than Jerry Rice.
I get we can be optimistic, but I just feel like y'all are gonna be disappointed when Bryce just has like a solid rookie season and not.
That's
a
what we
fucking-
expect, bro. We're not expecting a Super
No,
Bowl.
but see, this
Only
is the
person
deal.
is
Yeah,
is
but
Cody.
hold on, huh? Let me say
Cody
something that
is,
demo.
though.
Let me say something that
Well,
demo. Let my
Cody's
man.
just speaking hyperbole.
No,
And
let me.
He's
GJ.
talking
no,
out his
let me
ass.
say something. Then I'm gonna let my man Justin in here and get off. What I'm saying is, y'all claim to have realism, like y'all have more realistic standards.
They
and
are.
all you're doing is basing your opinion on the name
Back
value
Averages.
that
Averages.
That's what y'all are
these
doing with
receivers
Adam Thielen.
have acquired thus far. To say that no matter what way you slice it, they're bottom 10, that there's no way they can be one of the better receiver units in the NFL. One, y'all are completely negating all of the work that a young player has to do to become their
Thank
best
you.
self.
Preach.
Until proven otherwise.
Continue to preach.
Cody,
Through
Pastor.
terrible coaches,
Continue, Pastor.
through terrible game plans. They've dealt with injuries. You have to let these guys be in an offense that will let them use them to the best of their abilities, man. We have so much high-end talent at every position at wide receiver. There's not going to be a lot of great options on who to cover. Are you going to double DJ Chark? Fine. Now Terrace Marshall Jr.
Who's
and
doubling
Adam
DJ
Thielen are
Chark?
open. There are options. And whenever you have a quarterback that spreads the ball around, like Bryce Young, that is the best scenario for all of them. So don't tell us optimists that we're being unrealistic just because y'all don't have high expectations.
But that's
for
why
it.
I said until proven
Nobody is
otherwise.
doubling. Nobody is doubling DJ Chark. Are you fucking kidding
He's
me?
ass.
Cody,
No
they
way.
got to
Can I-
double
can I-
someone. What the fuck are you talking about?
Can I
I'm
say something
giving
real
an
quick,
No, they'll
Cody?
play him
I'm
one-on-one straight up.
giving
Can I
an
kill your argument?
example.
Can
I'm
I
just
put your argument
giving
out like
an
a cigarette?
example. I'm not saying that they're going to double Chark. I'm saying no matter who they decided to put all their resources against, we're going to have more than enough extra weapons to be able to exploit their defense in a bad way.
Can I put your argument out real quick like a cigarette? Watch this, okay?
No,
so
you're
what you're arguing, Cody, is the fact that they may be able to do this if put in the right situation based on this, okay? My argument is that we have nothing to show that. Nothing to show that. All we have to
Like
go off
that
of
ass.
is the thing that's going on in the past. We don't have projections or stats to go off of in the future. Okay, so for me, I'm going to err on the side of caution. Now,
None of those players
now hold
are
on.
on this team.
Should I be wrong? I still win because we're a good team.
Exactly.
So why not err on the side of caution and say, hey, I think this may happen, but I have nothing to show me that it
because
will.
if they end
Everything
up
I'm
being
saying
good,
is predicated on
because
a
you know
premise
what?
that has not happened yet.
Because it's a gut feeling, and if I end up being right, I
Hey,
get to
Coach.
say, "Oh, what's up? I fucking
I get
told
the same
y'all
prize you do if
way
I'm wrong.
back when."
I get the same prize you do, buddy.
Let me do something real quick.
So-
Let me let my man Justin in. Justin's been waiting his turn. Justin, what are we talking about here, bro? Are these receivers being slept on? Like, what's do we have? Forget the receivers. Do we have too high of an expectation for this entire offense in the first year?
Honestly, I feel like everybody has the right to feel the way they do feel on both sides, but the only reason I started tripping out when I was in the whole pre-chat thing and started waving my hands was, bro, you can't really say anybody's gonna be garbage. You can't do that. Because for one, you putting that on our team, for one. And two, what has Adam Thielen always been good at? Route running, right? Correct or no? Has he always been
breaking Randy Moss's records as well at Minnesota, bro?
Well, okay, yeah. I mean that part, but also, has he ever really been the most athletic guy on the field?
No.
Okay, so why are we all leaning on his age?
That's a great point, Justin.
Because he's got a huge injury-prone history, and
statistically,
this
is where
injury-prone.
Look, man,
Did he play every game last year? Bro, I get
Just
that.
because you said injury-prone, don't make that shit real.
Apparently, everybody on our team is
every
injury
game.
prone. If you
The
think
year
about it,
before
every
that, 3 straight years he was injury-prone. Like, what are we talking about? He has a whole
Listen, I'm
history.
gonna just break it down real quick like this. This is how it's gonna go. Our offense is gonna have to carry the load because Bryce Young, yes, he's gonna be great. I think he'll be great. But guess what? The defense is gonna fall off a cliff because that's just our fucking luck. They're not gonna be able to stay on the field, or they're not gonna be able to get
Y'all
on
so
the field.
jaded. Bro, y'all sound like some hurt ass girlfriends.
Bro,
Right now,
I know, like someone fucked they bitches
bro,
or something, bro.
y'all
Y'all some
making-
soft ass
y'all making-
motherfuckers, man.
y'all
I
making
think some of y'all
some
make me
salty
motherfucking
hoes,
sick, bro.
dog.
Cody, get
I
him, bro.
never knew
Bro,
that.
y'all sound
on,
salty
man.
than a motherfucker out here.
I never
bro.
knew so many people love
Straight
Kirk
up.
Cousins so much.
Come on, man.
Yeah,
Who was on
right.
the
Like,
field
what are
most
we
of the time, bro?
saying, bro?
I didn't know people love Kirk
Kevin,
Cousins
is
so
Kirk
much.
Cousins not clearing any quarterback we've had the
Bro,
last 5 years, though?
Did you
He's like
see how
way
well
better
our
than
defense
anyone
was
we've
But
on the
had.
he bet
field?
Bryce Young should be better than him.
You saw how
No,
well our
yeah.
defense was on the field last year?
Oh my
Who was on the
God.
Kirk
field?
Cousins
Our
was a Pro Bowler
defense. The
last year.
reason they
Throw
keep
that
getting
out
fucking
there.
hurt is because they're always on the field. If
That's
we got a
greatest
quarterback
receiver
that's a
in the
good
league.
time
Very good
manager,
point.
a
That's a good
good
point.
strategist, they're not going to always be on the field. We can reduce our injuries. We're all
Thank
like,
you.
all the negative shit, like we're sleeping on what could be, and we're all like looking at what's
Right.
happened. Not
And
like
let me
looking
ask
at
you,
like
Assuming
and
that.
can I ask a question, right? Let's say you were a Chargers
We've yet
fan.
to prove that.
Wait, let's say you were a Chargers fan. Was it reasonable to expect Justin Herbert to break the rookie touchdown and passing yard record?
Hell
No,
no.
probably not. But you know what? If you had a feeling about what Herbert could do with those weapons, you might have been on to something. And I'm
Who's
saying that with
Keenan Allen
Bryce
on
Young
this team?
and
Who's as
these
good as Keenan
weapons,
Allen on this
we
team?
might be on to something.
Our
Fuck
weapons
okay,
are
yeah, bro. You
Bro,
fucking pissed me
you
off.
make me
and
sick,
Keenan
Cody.
Allen.
That's
What?
disgusting.
I think it's the Heat, guys. I think the Heat got to us this
it's
week,
gotta
and
be.
we're
I know,
It's
Jay.
gotta
It's
be.
wild, bro.
Make sure that AC's on, bro.
Yeah, bro. Look, either that
Put
or
that AC on, man. Come
either
on.
that or take your
Jesus,
mic off, bro.
bro.
Take your mic off. Some of y'all got some menstrual cramps out here, bro.
Yeah, y'all tripping, bro.
Yeah,
We
come
gotta have
on,
positive
dog.
thoughts, man.
y'all acting like
I've
y'all
been
acting
quiet
like Adam
long
22
enough.
out here.
All right, let me let Pickle in.
I've been quiet long enough. Check
Go
this
ahead,
out.
go ahead, Pickle.
Let me tell you what happens
Show
if
that
DJ
up.
Chark gets hurt. Because we know his ass is. He always does. What happens if Adam Thielen, and we'll go back real quick on him, Adam Thielen, in last year he played 17 games. He did. God bless his soul, he played 17 games. The year before that, he played in 13 games. The year before that, it was 15. The year before that, in 10. He hasn't played a full season, not counting last year, since 2018. That
Thank you,
doesn't mean he
Pickle.
sucks. That doesn't mean he's going to be bad. That doesn't mean that he can't turn his rest of his career into a Hall of Fame career.
Oh,
All
yeah,
that means
totally.
is,
Thank you,
yes,
Pickle.
he has a history
Yeah,
of
do not thank
injuries.
him no more, JJ.
Now, what happened? Shut up! I ain't done yet. Now, what happens? What happens if he shows his age or gets hurt? Because fact of the matter is, it could happen.
Then we
Very
throw
likely.
Shi Smith
Now,
out there and
but
hope for
what
the
I mean,
best.
but
if the defense isn't as good as we think they want to be?
what was his
And
deal?
he has
Why
to
do y'all
play
think
for it.
that,
What
though?
was
I'm
Adam
higher
Thielen?
on the defense.
How much were you paying Adam Thielen?
Oh, that
I
don't
don't even
matter
know,
anyway.
bro. We
No,
have
it
a
does
Sure,
matter. If he
$100
gets hurt, then
3
it's
years,
not a big
19
investment,
million,
is
something
it?
like that.
Yeah, something like that. My point of the matter is, if both them guys go out, you're stuck with Marshall, Mingo, and Chenault.
3
I
on
say
3
let
Now,
Mingo
what
play, bro.
happens?
Fuck it.
What
Speaking of
happens?
Chenault,
What happens if we enter mid-season and that's all the wide receivers we have?
We ain't even
And
got
and
depth.
and Pickle, to add to your point, what happens whenever Bryce Young doesn't have the most elite guys going against the trashiest guys in the league? That's all I'm wondering. Should that happen, what happens to Bryce Young then? I'm not saying he can't do it, but have we seen him play with garbage players yet?
I'm not.
When players can't get open, he's running for his life, having to throw the ball away.
That's all I'm saying.
To be honest,
We'll be used to that. So fuck it.
watching some Alabama tape this week.
Did he kind of have
Let's be
some
honest.
shitty?
He's probably had the best. Bryce has probably got the best offensive line he's ever had in his life in front of him this year.
Didn't he have some like average
And
slash
his
garbage
numbers
receivers
declined.
last year?
And his
Last
numbers
year,
declined heavily.
I don't think
from
if you
his
play
Heisman
for
year.
And by
Alabama,
the
you're
way,
average.
what you're
Did
looking
have
at,
weapons.
Compared
So
to
your-
Because he had
so
no
your point was
receivers. What the
minimal.
fuck are you talking about, JJ?
hey, so real
JJ,
quick,
you
He
were
had
just
garbage
10 years
wide-
ago.
he
Get
had
the fuck out of
garbage
here, man.
wide receivers
defense was
last year,
average.
and the year before was good. His numbers
He
took
had
a
no
huge
receivers
dip
in the
when
top
he lost
50.
his weapons.
That's what I'm saying
That's
too.
not-
Hold on,
Like,
how
that's
can
not
how can a
opinion, that's
quarterback get
fact.
stats if he has no wide receivers?
okay, let me ask
Honestly.
y'all this then. Can I answer
Because he's a
your
good
answer your
player.
question with a question?
So he caught the
What-
ball for him.
I
What
see
if
you,
That's what Cam did in college, my boy. Cam didn't have no receivers.
What if we fuck around and Bryce Young is what us Bryce Young fanatics think he's going to be, huh? Then it really don't matter who our receivers are, right? Because don't
I
he
agree, 'cause that would
elevate
be
those
phenomenal.
around
That's
him?
amazing, then.
It
And
doesn't
that's
matter.
We have a
my point, too.
franchise
Hold on.
quarterback.
Bryce
That's
has been
amazing.
proven that he can throw the ball
Y'all
to a
some
I'm
bunch
going
of
in
soft
with an
different
open
motherfuckers.
mind, guys. I mean,
anyway.
you got to go
I'm
with an
relying
open
on
Fast
mind, man.
motherfuckers, man.
I'm relying on
Hey,
that.
real quick,
That's my
Let me let me do two things. One, what you're looking at on screen is Bryce Young throwing a
Fucking
bomb
There's
downfield to the Viscous Chenault running deep, man. A lot of people have questioned LaVisca Chenault as a deep threat. My man's
his
been
long
getting
ball.
swole.
Some
But
people
also
Some people are sipping over him, bro.
Yeah, people are saying he can't throw the ball deep. He's throwing it deep and
It's 80 yards.
shit. And
That's a-
nobody's
yeah, that's
talking
a
about
deep
LaVisca
down
Chenault.
ball.
There he is too. Like what?
And look at that. Look at
That's a
that.
good- that's a good
offensive
pass
line
with
is,
no
is,
pads
is,
and no
is
defenders
offering
and- Bro,
such
oh my
great
God.
Yeah,
Yeah, I saw
Greg,
Mac Jones
I'm
do
gonna,
that same
bro, I'm
thing.
gonna cut your fucking beard off, bro. I'm gonna fucking shave that shit, bro.
We
Fucking
ain't
make me
seen
sick,
that
bro.
before.
Have a
every
beard
training
match.
camp every year,
No,
bro. Like,
look,
Shut the hell up.
man.
We just saw
Okay.
Mac Jones do it.
Cody, I know what
like
you're about to
dead
do.
ass.
So go ahead.
The only
Cody.
but
Nah,
here's the
What
deal.
am I about to do? What am I about
Hey,
to do?
Cody. Hey,
I'm about
Cody.
to
No,
get
I don't want to
You know what
hear
this
from fucking
Panthers
King
do?
Leonidas no more, bro. I really don't, bro. You make me
Y'all
fucking
remember
sick,
this?
dog. Like,
Y'all remember
truthfully,
that?
bro, I can't fucking
And
believe
you're
you,
still
dude.
not throwing
Remember
up
that Malik
yet.
Hey,
Willis
but, hey,
throw
yo,
that
G
people
baby,
freaked
G
over?
baby, if you want to trash Greg, you might need to come up with a worse name than King Leonidas because he was pretty kick ass. Like, like that's a compliment.
We
That's
gonna
not
shave
even an
that
insult,
fucking
bro.
beard, bro.
Hey, when we
Oh,
win a Super
damn, we
Bowl,
say you're gonna shave your
that's the
beard.
whole
Hey,
deal.
hey, Greg.
Actually, it's my playoff beer. It's got me
Yeah,
playoff.
go ahead,
I get
JJ,
it.
and then I gotta give Greg an out.
Hey, Greg.
Yo.
So, you know what this team really reminds me of? I'm about to make Loki a pretty solid comparison.
All right.
It reminds me of the 2021 Patriots when they drafted an Alabama quarterback, signed Nelson Aguilar coming off an 800-yard, 8-touchdown year, career high year
Okay.
for him. Signed Kendrick Bourne, signed Hunter Henry and Jonnu Smith. They had Bill Belichick to do the defense like we got Avero, and they have Josh McDaniels to do the offense like we have Frank Wright. I mean,
It's a good
like, and
comparison,
then they
yeah.
went 7-10. Now, I'm not saying we can't do that and look as good as they did that year at one point, but what are the chances we really just pan out like glorious like that? You know, we don't have Bill Belichick. Like, you know, it's not as great of a situation as that.
I think Bill's
But our
lost a step.
offensive line could be
Frank
good.
Reich has won a Super Bowl as an offensive mind.
Well,
I have no reason to. And by
He
the
is
way,
no Bill
by the
Belichick.
way, no, hold on, JJ. The first year in Indianapolis, when he had Andrew Luck, this man made it to the playoffs his first year.
Absolutely.
And
He
they're
started
already
1-5
saying
too.
that Bryce is one of the smartest quarterbacks that they have ever played with, man. Listen, I think at the end of this conversation, if you feel like you want to be realistic and temper your expectations, whatever, you're allowed to do that. But don't piss in our cereal and tell us that we're not allowed to be
Not even
excited
piss, fucking
about
diarrhea. Like, what the
about
fuck
the
is that?
possibility of what this team can be, man.
We didn't put piss in your cereal.
No,
we
no,
put
no, no,
2%
no,
milk
Sugar
in it.
shits.
No. And this is what people who are
And you're
defeated
crying
do.
about it.
This is what people who are defeated do. I'm not pissing in your cereal by giving you facts.
Exactly.
If the facts fuck with your narrative and they get you all pissy, that's your problem. I'm not pissing on your narrative by giving you.
What does
facts,
Jamarcus Russell
okay?
had to do with Bryce Young? That's the most ridiculous comparison I've ever heard. And that's not fact whatsoever.
Y'all are missing. Hold on. What Greg
I said this
said.
earlier. I very clearly explained this earlier.
Don't fucking blame it on the alcohol,
Marcus
bro.
Russell and Bryce Young have
You a
nothing to
grown
do
ass
with each
man.
other.
You should be able to control your motherfucking self,
Control myself, bro. What are you talking about?
Let him get off.
Jamarcus Russell and Bryce Young have nothing to do with each other. I said this earlier, and I thought I said it very clearly, but I'll state it again. The reason why I even brought Jamarcus Russell up was because when he came out, everybody thought he was going to be the best thing that ever happened in the NFL. Nobody can deny that. If you were around then, nobody can deny that. Period. Okay?
He was hyped.
And he was a bust.
Athletically.
All I'm saying
Not
is
mentally.
the reason why I made that comparison was because everybody had that with Jamarcus Russell, and he was a bust. Meaning, if everybody thinks that this is what happens with no proof, it doesn't mean they're going to be right. That is the comparison. I don't need to explain it again because I think that's pretty clear. I mean, that's it. I'm not saying they're the same guys. I'm not saying that one's better than the other. All I'm saying is sometimes when everybody thinks it's a sure bet, it's not.
Alex
The only comparison.
Yeah, two things before Greg goes. Okay, the other thing, like, I get what he's like. It's not hard to get what he's saying. Like, the reason I wanted us to draft Bryce Young is because he was the best player in the draft, and he gives us the best chance to win a Super Bowl.
Okay,
I just want to confirm what I thought. I just need to see it first. Just give me a couple games, then I'll be popping bottles of champagne through week 7 and shit like that.
Agreed.
It doesn't matter. Like, and then Cody, what your argument is, you're just hoping they can be this. I told you this, every team has potential to be great. Like, if you think CJ Stroud's going to be a good quarterback, you can make the same arguments with his shitty receivers that he has in Houston. That's just the reality of the thing. You're just banking on hope. Obviously, we all want to be hopeful, but there has to be a line where you have to be realistic because at the end of the day, he's a rookie quarterback, and there's going to be bumps in the road no matter how much you don't like to hear it. That's coming from Bryce Young's second biggest fan, man. It's not hard to understand. Like, there's going to be weeks where we don't get the production we want on offense. I'm expecting those weeks. I don't expect him to be prime 2011 Aaron Rodgers and throw 45 touchdowns to 6 interceptions. That's just not how it's going to go.
All right, you know what? Hold that thought, Anthony, because there is one way in which I agree with you, and you might be surprised, but we'll get to that in a minute. First, let me give Greg the opportunity to plug his stuff. He's going to do his show tonight. Greg, tell them where they can find what you're going to do, man.
Yeah, actually, we're not doing the show tonight. We're taking a couple weeks off. We got some babies being born and a lot of work going on and cons and training camp and everything.
Ross
so
has
we're just
baby coming soon.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
But he does. It's pretty soon, so it's gonna be fun. Well, at least.
Shout out to Ross.
Yeah, shout out to Ross. But you can find me at Geeks Chasing Squirrels Across the Multiverse. We go live on Fridays at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're talking about all kinds of fun stuff, all the good shows that are on television, the good movies that come out, books. You know, we have guests that come on all the time with their own creation, comics, IDW, and Image, and all kinds of fun stuff. Kickstarters, we try to get those going. But usually it's live on Friday at 9 p.m. We're going to take a few weeks off to get some family stuff straight and do all that stuff. So we'll be back eventually. But other than that, you find me on the C3 Panthers podcast, because I'm not even going to plug my Twitter handle anymore because I just don't get on Twitter anymore. Like, it's just, life is so much better without it. I'm telling you, it's so much better without it.
Leave it for us
quick question
degenerates.
for Greg. Quick question for you, Greg. Are you going to see that new Blue Beetle movie? That looks good.
Of course.
Have you heard of it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Hey, have y'all seen the clip of him rapping?
Wow.
No.
The guy who plays Simon?
Yeah, I love that dude. He's like, if y'all have seen Cobra Kai, he's
Yeah,
awesome
he's in
that.
Cobra Kai.
So,
Hey,
all right,
Greg.
Greg.
Yo, he can spit.
And look, I'm sorry if I piss anybody off. I don't care. I'm not going to change my
never
opinion.
be sorry, Greg.
I have made
Never
my
be
stance,
sorry,
and this
Greg.
is where I stand. And I feel like you can go back and check any tape beforehand and disagree. I may have misspoken on Tuesday about the Jamarcus Russell thing, but that is where I'm talking with the Jamarcus Russell. That's the comparison. Beyond that, I have made it clear. And if anybody wants to come at me after that, oh well, let's do it. I'm down. So.
All right, Greg, do the man.
You can stay on that motherfucking hill all year long, motherfucker. How about that?
Yeah, hey,
Week
I'm
9,
gonna
G
say
baby.
something.
All year
Gil
long.
Greg. Gil Greg's
Week
good.
9
All right,
to play G
pick
baby in the
up,
foot.
We got 6 hard weeks.
all right, Greg, I appreciate you, brother. All right, catch
Hey,
you
man.
next time, bro.
Later, y'all.
All right, peace and love. Hey,
Peace.
let me
Somebody echoing.
Yeah, hey, listen, again, if I switch you into the background for a minute, don't leave. Don't take it personal. I'm going to get you back in. I got to switch people in and out because we're at our capacity at 10. Don, I'm going to drop you for just a minute, but stay in the background, brother. All right, let me bring in, first up, he said he might have some bad reception, but we're going to go to him and try it anyway. From the 704 Charlotte Bound Show, my man Ray Pat Bone. Ray, what's up, dude?
Yogi, appreciate it.
Tell him what you think, Greg.
How you doing, bro?
Man, honestly, like I don't have a whole lot of time, and the reception might be shitty. So I think the one thing I'm focused on, if you can hear me, is: are we really this high on our damn wide receiver room? Like, what am I missing here? Like, no disrespect. I feel like I have to say it. I feel like anytime I'm honest. I feel like anytime I'm honest, I always have to say no disrespect. So again, no disrespect because this is my squad. I have high hopes for Thielen. I had high hopes for this entire wide receiver room. But there's a reason why the last weeks I've been saying if Hopkins doesn't want some obscene money, and even if he does, if the team wants to do it, we should take him because everything that everyone's just been saying these last few minutes. I'm pretty sure Pickle just said something about Shark, and if he's getting injured again, which is, I mean, it's a very good possibility. We're banking on a lot of things not happening that have been happening for the last few years. So we're basically looking at a wide receiver core that has had some issues, whether it be availability, injuries, whatever. And we're just turning a blind eye all to that because, and I'll use the saying from my boy Twan, just because they're putting on a Panthers jersey, we're just forgetting everything that has been going on.
But
I feel like that's the problem right now.
I will say, yeah, I'm for bringing in Hopkins, but he's had some trouble the last couple of years too.
Yep.
Yeah, I guess to just more to my point, it's not even really just strictly about Hopkins anymore. It's just the fact that with this wide receiver room needs a little help. Like if we really think that this is the end all be all,
I don't think
I don't. I'm just saying, like everyone's like expecting the world from Thielen, and it's just like even y'all just had the numbers up. Those are not world-beating numbers. Those are not like absolute number one receiver numbers. So we have high hopes for TMJ, and we have high hopes for this, that, and the third. But I mean, when has the last time a paper championship gave us, especially anything? You know how many years I've sat here and had the conversation? Oh man, on paper we look so good, or oh this looks so good, and then the season starts and we go 5-11. Like what?
Yeah, but again, my counter to that is that we did not have these players or this quarterback or this coaching staff when y'all bring up all these other years where you're.
I understand that, but so then I understand that, but now hold tight, because to Cody. So I understand that, but now with all this new shit, we're just gonna go out and hit the ground running, and you see what I'm saying? Like I don't know who it was that said it, We definitely need to temper our expectations a little bit here. We are getting okay. There you go. We are getting, and I understand it. Hey, I'm excited as shit, and as every day passes, I'm getting more excited. But I'm trying to temper my expectations because this is a rookie coaching staff in the sense of it's their first year here. I understand they all have a lot of experience, and I love that they have the experience. But first time all together, we have heard Reich say it multiple times. He didn't even know who the hell Thomas Brown was. And now we're all coaching together. We got all this talent, and I stress that word. We have all this talent on the roster, but they're now all playing in an entirely new system together. Some of these guys, and again, I understand it's Brian Burns, and he's a great player, but he is still playing out of position. He does have new shit to learn. All these guys have new shit to learn. All these coaches have shit to install, and we're just sitting here, prior to training camp, and we have all the expectations in the world. I think I just saw somebody in the chat at like maybe 5-10 minutes ago say we're going 13-4. And my mind is just like, I understand as Panthers fans, we want to get excited. And I hope we do. Hell yeah, Pickle. I hope we do go 13-4. Yeah. But expectations need to chill out because if things go the way they easily could go, there's going to be a lot of upset fans. And we just need to temper expectations.
I'm not expecting nothing much, bro, to be honest.
Bro.
Yeah. Al's back in the show. Go ahead, Al.
Fucking I agree with this guy, bro. Like I've been saying this since when's the joke was April or something? No, we gotta temper our expectations, man. This guy's a rookie quarterback, bro. You think he's gonna come here and just light the fucking league up, bro? So 40 touchdowns.
We won 7 games
and all this stuff. You said that. You've been saying that. No. The Zany Crew's been saying that for the last fucking 6 months. Come on, bro. You guys gotta temper your expectations, bro.
We won 7 games with Bryce with
football isn't
Sam
on paper.
Darnold.
I don't think anybody's
Yeah,
saying
but
like
Sam Darnold's a legit quarterback. He's in the NFL right now. He's playing, bro. Come on, what are you talking about, bro?
Have you looked at our schedule? Have you looked at our schedule, bro?
You haven't seen him play yet, bro. You haven't seen him play yet, G, baby. What are you talking about, bro?
Oh my God! Some of you motherfuckers,
bro. Come on, that's different. That's a whole different ball game, bro.
Oh my God, bro!
Come on, Cody.
Needs to calm their ass down. Let me let Jay Stubbs get a word in edgewise. Go ahead, Jay Stubbs.
No, I'm just saying this ain't my first rodeo. I've been watching the Panthers for a while, so I'm not expecting nothing crazy. I'm not even seeing like. I guess some people are saying 13 or whatever, but that shit ain't gonna happen. We got Bryce some weapons. We upgraded a lot of positions. We need to address the defensive end, but we're gonna try to win a division. If we can't, we're gonna have no picks next year. So it just is what it is. This is the build for the future. So you guys can't expect a Super Bowl, and I don't think anybody's expecting that anyway.
Okay, can I just say this though?
Hey, Cody, my phone's about to die.
Huh?
I was just gonna say, you gotta tell me what you thought. My phone's about to die. I gotta get out of here. You wanted to tell me what I was like, what you agreed with me on that point that I was making earlier, before Greg.
It's really the start of a whole nother topic. And okay, if y'all are in my Friday free for all chat room, I told y'all that y'all had some assignment viewing, and I said everybody needs to watch Quarterback on Netflix. Now, I loved it. I thought it was incredible. I loved it. I love documentaries anyway, let alone one about my favorite position.
It was
the one thing that did make me like, oh, bro, the fact of him being 5'10", 200 pounds or whatever, and, man, they have an episode in that season titled Kings of Pain. And, bro, the hits and the shots that Patrick Mahomes and Kirk Cousins and Marcus Mariota, like
no spoilers. I'm watching that shit tonight.
Yeah, no problem. But like, and it's not even a spoiler, but like NFL films, they do such a good job of showing you the impact of the tackle. Like it really is crazy, man. Like they get absolutely obliterated sometimes. And yes, even though I understand that Bryce, he stood up to all the physical damage playing in the SEC, I understand that. But, bro, they are bigger, stronger, and faster in the NFL. I understand why some people are still concerned about him being a little bit too small at the quarterback position. And that is one thing. And that is one thing that I have always said is when it comes to being healthy, that's one thing he's going to have to prove all by himself. like all by himself. If he wants people to not call him an injury-prone player just because he's 5'10", 200 pounds, like he's gonna have to hold up to a beating that is sure to come. And even if our offensive line is better than it ever has been before, it's not gonna eliminate him getting hit totally. You're never gonna be able to take that out the game, man. So that was one thing that made me go, oh, bro. When they show it to you, man, they show it to you in a different kind of way. And the rehabbing that they do, it just got me a little bit nervous. That's all I'm saying. It's not like I'm not believing in Bryce this season. I definitely am. I'm just saying, bro, that when you're playing quarterback, you're gonna take an ass whooping.
It's football, Cody. We know.
But hey, but you know what? What I'll say to his point, because and maybe it's just me being too much of a believer and wanting Bryce to succeed. I'm looking at Bryce, and my man's clearly putting in work in and out of the gym. Like my man's looking a couple pounds heavier, a little thicker. This is what I was preaching a while ago when I kept telling myself, I'm like, listen, Cam was 6'6" and 250 and still got hurt. So just because this man's 5'10", 200, don't mean he's gonna not get hurt either. But,
right, but I think
it's the mental and it's the taking care of your body. So it's just I'm now having, I guess the word would be faith in the strength and conditioning staff to do their fucking job with this young man.
Okay.
And Cody,
I don't think Bryce is going to put himself in a lot of situations.
There you go, Pickle.
To get him hurt, and that's because he's going to be so smart. He has to understand his own body, and he does. So he'll get the ball out quick. You won't see the quarterback sneaks, but you're going to see the short passes. That's
throw
why
that bitch away too.
The tight end.
So I was going to say, Pickle hit it. We're going to see quick releases. We're going to see an offensive line that is going to be adamant of keeping this dude's jersey clean. And we're talking about an individual that I think we all can agree on that is very smart. He knows what the fuck he's doing already. He's not going to put himself in harm's way. I think. And then again, what we're not speaking on that I think we kind of forgot about the last few weeks. We were talking about this man's escapability coming out of college. Did that just get lost in translation from going there to here? Like he knows he's a very smart individual, and that's something I personally have really come around to these last few weeks. He knows what the fuck he's doing, and he is an elite. What's the word? I'm not trying to say he's Luke, but he is elite in the thought processing and doing his shit. You know what I'm saying? So
what if he ends up being even better than Luke in that department?
Great.
Like it seems to me as though hold on, let me finish. It seems to me as though Bryce Young loves football and loves playing quarterback every bit as much as Luke Kuechly did inside linebacker.
Absolutely. And you know what? Right now, what's going through? I'm sorry, real quick. What's going through my mind is just like I love, the the great athleticism quarterbacks. I love Cam. I love that type of ball. But I'll tell you right now, you know what I really liked, and I hated from afar, but still liked at the end of the day? Just the surgeon field general precision of a quarterback out there, just slicing and dicing a defense. As in, I fucking hate Tom Brady, but what do we always watch? We watched him go out there, and no matter what a defense did, I'm going to dink and dunk you. I'm going to take this 10 yards. I'm going to take this 20 yards. I'm going to take this little out. It just, I am ready to see a quarterback.
How about
right? And look, New England ran the ball a lot too. New England ran the ball a lot of play action, a lot of quick passes. They just slice and dice you constantly throughout the game, and they wore your ass out. And I think Bryce could easily do the same thing.
Hey, real quick, I'm gonna let you go, Kevin. I want to make sure I read the dono real quick. My man, Carolina Panthers Germany podcast says Cody Free for All is a great show with the $4.99 donation. Yo, I appreciate you, man. That's hey man, we appreciate you showing that love. Man.
Carolina versus Kansas City in Germany next year.
Yeah, let's go. That'd be great. Kev, go ahead, bro.
Cody, when is the my bad, Kev. When's the training camp start? The 17th or the 27th?
I believe it's the 17th.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, 17th.
I was going to say
go ahead,
to your point about expectations, we also got to remember last year we did win 7 games with Baker and Darnold. Also, we traded multiple firsts and DJ Moore to get this guy. So I'm expecting a lot out of him.
Right. That's
Sure.
a
We
great
still
fucking
have
Right,
point,
right, and
Kevin.
I'm expecting a lot of him too, but I'm just expecting a lot of him out of him long term, not rookie
Right.
year. I'm
Ding,
expecting a
ding,
lot out of
ding.
him long term.
But listen,
Exactly,
I
bro.
don't want to diminish what Kevin just said because I think that's a great fucking point, bro. You gave up DJ Moore and the pick that you got from Christian McCaffrey. So we can say DJ Moore and Christian McCaffrey, two of the best offensive players on this team. Those picks were used to get Bryce Young. Knowing what we've heard about him thus far, I do not think it is unreasonable to think that his mental acuity would allow him to hit the ground running here in Carolina. He doesn't need to have a number one wide receiver, even though he has a bunch of dudes that I think do have number one wide receiver potential. And I don't care who gets mad at that statement. Just
Hey,
because they
Cody.
have not been world beaters before doesn't mean that they
But-
couldn't have
but-
their most success
But I guess,
here
I
in
think you guys are.
Carolina.
I think you guys are
but my
overhyping
counter.
it. I think you guys are
But my,
overhyping
real quick, before I, because I can't be here too long, and I'm so sorry, and I'm not trying to take over, but I guess real quick counter.
Take out, bro.
Real quick counterpoint though, Cody. You know what we've been saying ever since the 2015 year ended? God damn, if Cam had fucking Steve Smith or just a legitimate number one, that would have changed it all.
Right.
Don't argue with me. Tell me I'm wrong. Have we not all unanimously said that?
If I may do a reverse card.
If you're saying that's
like
what
we're playing Uno.
Oh, you gonna Uno me right now?
Hey, I'm a reverse card, bro. Did Cam Newton's best season not come when he didn't have a number one wide receiver?
I understand that. So yes, now counter one more time. Imagine what that. Hold tight.
We need a Steve Smith, bro.
Now imagine.
We need a Steve
Right,
Smith.
imagine what that would look like with the hell. You know what? Even at the time, Kelvin Benjamin was playing good ball and he got hurt. Imagine Kelvin Benjamin healthy. Imagine a Steve Smith there. Imagine just something. You give Cam something else, and that to me was what would have put us over the fucking hump. Like, so yes, that's why I'm sitting here saying, fuck the money, fuck the. If Hopkins wants to come here and help develop this quarterback,
hell yeah.
take him. Take him.
I agree with you on Hop, no doubt. I mean, bro,
I
I'm
hate
wearing
to
my
burst-
fucking Clemson shirt right now. Like,
I
I
also
would love to
predict
have
9
D-Hop
wins this
here,
year.
bro. Like that, yeah, that goes without saying. I mean, but even that Super Bowl, we didn't lose because of our wide receivers. We lost because
Yes,
of
we did. Kirko Country dropped the ball. Yes, we did. Yes, we did.
I mean, I to this day still think he caught that.
Everyone does.
I still think he caught that. In my opinion, we lost that Super Bowl because our offense could not produce. Our
offensive line was trash.
And we could not get it done on offense.
They would not send nobody to help. Oh my God.
And Mike Remmers was trash.
Yeah, Mike Remmers fucking good.
Just like he was trash in the other.
That man got pushed back
but
with his feet on the ground. I never seen that shit ever in my life.
That's the bullshit part about it, though. We had the same offensive line in the Super Bowl we had nearly the whole year. So if he was bullshit, if he was stupid, or if he was trash in the Super Bowl, then how did we make it work all the other games?
To me, it was
our defense was crazy, my boy.
To me,
So, I mean,
because
our
we were
defense,
not
their
able to
defense was
play from
smarter than
ahead
our
or
offensive coordinator.
establish the
That's
run.
how that shit worked.
They wouldn't let us run, bro. They stacked the box.
That's literally why.
And Stewart did get hurt in the first half.
Mike Stewart didn't take the game plan. Mike Stewart didn't take the game plan. Pickle. Mike Stewart didn't take the game plan. He's still doing 7-step drops and shit like this, bro. You're playing against Von Miller, bro.
Stewart was hurt in that game.
You know what? That's nice.
It's Mike Shula. It was Mike Shula. It's Mike Remmers, dude. That's who lost us the fucking Super Bowl, bro. That's who
exactly.
Mike Remmers was in that Kansas City Super Bowl with Tampa.
But Mike should have called all the games till we got there.
Yeah, but you gotta wait. But you're in the Super Bowl now, bro. You gotta change your shit up, though. You're in the Super Bowl now. Now you gotta game plan.
To me, it was the game plan. You
gotta change it up, bro. I mean, you can't play the same thing you're doing the whole year, man. It's the final game of the year, bro. It's the last game of the year, bro.
Ready for the Super Bowl. Now, whether you like it or not, Cam Newton run his lip the whole fucking year. If you don't like it, do something about it.
Yeah, and the referee was like, yeah, kill him. Fuck it. We won't throw no flag.
Yeah, right.
Punches in the mouth of a DT to on the middle of the floor and said, "What the fuck you gonna do about it?" And we
That
turned over on our
game sound like Cam, bro. That game sound like Cam, bro. That game sound like Cam.
The 03 Super Bowl was the best Super Bowl this team ever played
Cody.
That game sound like Cam,
And they
bro.
cheated.
All right, listen. Let me get control. I'm gonna go in order. I'm gonna let Don and then JJ go. Don's been waiting. D's, go ahead, bro.
Yeah, so just last week, NFL executives that aren't affiliated with the Panthers are throwing out the term savant when talking about Bryce Young. So that goes back to what Greg said. Jamarcus Russell. If you wanted to compare someone from this draft with a Jamarcus Russell, it would be Anthony Richardson. It wouldn't be Bryce Young. No one said savant about Richardson or Jamarcus Russell. That would make more sense. Along with that, one thing we haven't brought up that I continue to bring up over and over, the best defensive coordinator in the league is now coaching the Texans. The second best defensive coordinator in the league went to Miami. The third best came here to the Panthers. Once again, the coaching staff wants a roster that overperforms and not underperforms, and it's why we're not as stacked as we would like to be. Those guys in Denver, they weren't stacked either. They didn't have great players. What do you think let our defensive coordinator rise as the cream of the crop? It's having those lesser players overperform. Along with that, offensively, we have a custom playbook that was put together just a few months ago by Frank Reich and Thomas Brown. Those guys came together and put together this playbook under the current roster, not under other players that we don't have. It's built for the people that we do have, and it's schemed out that way. So we're going to see Adam be a little more effective because he's going to be schemed open. Those were the main points I wanted to make about being a little bit bearish on Bryce Young. Those are the reasons why you should be bullish on Bryce Young.
I appreciate what this guy's saying. I don't know this guy's name, but I appreciate what he's saying because he's making it because I think you guys are overestimating the offense and underestimating the defense. Defense, I think, is going to be fucking really good this year. Though we were like top 15 last year with a fucking shitty offensive or defense coordinator last year.
Yeah, but last year's defense don't count this year.
Why not?
It's not.
But why not? But why not?
I keep hearing people say, but last year's defense. But let's be real. Last year's defensive coordinator is now the defensive coordinator for the 49ers. Yeah. His assistant is now an assistant defensive coach for the Bills. Okay? If last year's defense was so damn good, then how come those coaches aren't here?
Hold on.
Well, we're going to bring it back.
No. The 49ers, they hired Phil Snowbro.
Hold on, Al. Let him finish.
They hired Phil Snowbro.
Hold on, Al. Let him finish, and then I'll let you get on. Go ahead, Pick.
Now, we're not running a 3-4. We didn't run a 3-4 last year. We run a 4-3. It's a different scheme, and it's a different gap responsibility. Okay, that's part of the issue last year, earlier on, when we couldn't stop the run, is because the players didn't believe in any of the coaching staff. In the middle of the year, Steve Wilkes fired half of the defensive coaches after he fired Snow. So the defensive players are standing there. They don't have anybody to coach him. You know, YGM, for example. You know who's coaching him in the middle of the year? Brian Burns.
Yeah.
What's the defensive tackle we let walk in free agency that we got from Washington? I can't remember his name. He was the most veteran guy on the team. He acted like a defensive coordinator. Yeah, Matt Ioannidis was teaching the rest of the defense how do you line defense, and they went out and got an assistant to the assistant college defensive lineman that basically gave up coaching, come in and play assistant defensive line coach for the last 5 games of the season.
Yeah, and it's hard to be successful
because other teams were bad.
It's hard, but it's also hard to be successful when you are going through so much turmoil in your coaching staff, right? Hey,
our corners got hurt. That's what happened with the defense.
Yeah, and true. That's another thing. Like our corners, they were trashed down the end because we didn't have J.C. Horn or Dante Jackson. Like, it was a recipe for disaster the entire time. You can make the argument that maybe if they weren't hurt, maybe we do sneak into the playoffs.
No question about it. Mike Evans is not going off like that.
And who's our starting corners this year?
Wait, hold that thought,
Dante
Panther.
Jackson and J.C. Horn.
Yeah, right.
These are
I hear you.
backups. The
But
same
two
ones
things.
it was last year.
Hey, two things. We have 8 people in the show, so we have 2 more spots open. If y'all want to jump in, y'all better jump in right now. It's the moment to do it. And let me go to Kyle. Kyle, I
What?
haven't heard from you in a minute, buddy. Let me get you back in on this, bro.
Man, I swear the chat is good. I've been studying the chat, and it's a good show tonight. But for real, I'm just listening, honestly.
Yeah, man. I mean, to me, it's like when y'all say that we're not being realistic, I say, fine. If you want to think that way, fine. But don't tell me that it's impossible.
Right, I'm at 10 wins.
Our division sucks, guys.
Right.
I'm at 10.
Nobody's
It's the
saying
same
word.
record as them last year.
That's where I'm at.
Let me go to J Stubbs. J Stubbs, why are you optimistic about this offense?
I'm not optimistic at all. I'm just saying, like I think we can still run the ball. Like, I think the point I'm making is if we had a juggernaut in the division, like I'm going to the season where I'm like, you know what? I hope we can win 9 games and win a division. If not, then it's on to next year. That's what it's going to be, guys.
Right.
I said like anything less than a winning season is disappointment. I stand on it.
If I
We
may,
said
I
that
think
5
a lot
years in a row.
I think a lot of folks
I didn't say it last year.
after the draft and
It
we
wasn't
were kind of settling down on free agency and the draft. We had a stamp where we realized the schedule, and a lot of folks said, "Oh yeah, well we can actually win the division because the schedule's so bad." And gradually, as we talked and we evaluated, we forgot that we were talking about the reason why we could win the division is because the division's so bad. We automatically said, well, we thought process was, well, we could do the division because we're so damn good. We forgot the part that the reason why we're going to win is because the division's so bad. Take the Panthers and put them in a different division and see in the NFC and see what happens.
Yeah, we almost won it last year.
By the way, you're
Cody.
looking. Yeah, I'm gonna let you go, JJ. I brought up Dizzy from Sheena. This is
Who's that?
This is our brand
Mingo.
new draft pick, Jonathan Mingo, getting in some working on those releases.
That's my dog right there.
Again, like one of the things that I think people are really underestimating is the dedication to greatness. I feel like this offense, they know that everyone is sleeping on them. A lot of people think like JJ and like a bunch of other people think that we're a bottom tier receiving core and that our quarterback is too small. He's destined to get hurt. Bro, they already have all the bulletin board material they will ever need going into a season. If you think that doesn't matter, bro, you are sorely mistaken.
Preseason's going to be lit.
It is, man. I can't wait for this preseason. Ray, you're back on the show, bro.
Thomas.
No, go ahead, Deez.
Yeah, Thomas Davis this week, he came out with a statement saying that Bryce Young brings an electricity to the team similar to Cam. And who knows better than Thomas Davis about the electricity that Cam brought? Y'all have already talked a lot about Cam and how he was during this team. And now look at what all this. There's so much testimony that I've addressed on the free-for-all over the last month of players saying that this is special. As a matter of fact, you just showed Sheena's clip. Sheena as well come out this week on Twitter and said, I don't care if it's July or not. This team is special. And everyone's saying it. I'm going to believe it, and I'm going to buy into it.
It's amazing what you can do with a good leader, you know?
Yeah.
That was
He's
cute
that
and
guy.
all, but I think we forget that the NFL doesn't give a fuck, bro. Like, the NFL doesn't care, like, how much you prepare. Every team goes out there and practices. Like, until, like, it's really done something about it, it's, like, not much. And, like, we can specify all this or, like, the division's bad when even though we had the same record as them. We could talk about, if our rookie that we drafted in a hole we had last year is good and he's great, we're great again. Well, I mean, they could say that too. Like, everything you could really say for us is the same thing you could say about our division opponents, bro. Like, And the thing is, like, we always say, like, oh, well, they haven't been in this opportunity yet, so therefore, like, let's just, like, give them the leeway. Like, if they were good, they would be good sometimes. Like, you don't have to be in the greatest situation to be amazing. Like, Justin Herbert's head coach got fired after his rookie year. That didn't stop him from having, like, the greatest rookie quarterback season ever. Like, there are just times where, like, if you have the talent, you have the talent. Like, people think the Jets are still going to be good because they have a lot of talent, a proven talent
They do.
too, at that. Like, outside of, like, the whole, oh, if Aaron Rodgers fits, they don't have worries everywhere else. Like, even though they went 7-10 like us last year. So I'm
What
just
was
like,
the big difference this year?
I'll see.
Exactly. We didn't make that big of a difference this year.
We
Like,
changed the quarterback.
Proven difference. We didn't make that big of a proven upgrade anywhere outside of Von Bell. Like,
I don't even know what y'all want. Like, we have an entire.
What was Baker and Sam Darnold last
I
year?
don't
They were
believe
nothing.
Aaron
They
Rodgers
were
is
garbage.
a proven upgrade. I mean,
No,
Aaron
I'm
Rodgers.
not saying
yes, he
that.
is.
I just don't.
Pickle,
I
hold
don't.
on.
I will
That
never
wasn't
believe
my.
that.
I don't
So.
care about the Jets. What I'm
He's
saying
better
is
than Baker Mayfield or Kyle Trask.
They have.
There you go.
My point was they have proven talent compared to us, though. We don't have that yet, and we keep just, oh, if they do this and that, bro. Everyone can say that about their team. Like, why don't we just prove it first?
Russell Wilson
Yes,
was
everyone
proven
can
talent last
basically
year.
say
No,
that.
you would never be able to say that about that
Yes, you could
2020 Patriots team that Cam Newton was on. You would never be able to say
did
that
have
about
talent. They had J.C.
No,
Jackson
no,
at corner.
no.
They had Cam
They did not
Newton.
have
They had
anywhere
a solid
near
offensive
the
line.
comparable
They had
talent, the
Damian Harris
high-end
at running
talent
back.
that
No,
the
Cody,
Panthers have this year.
just because you
There's
were
no way.
uneducated about the roster doesn't make it not proven talent, bro. That's what I'm saying. Like,
They had
all
an
those
elderly
Patriots fans could
They
have
had
said
an
that too.
Julian
We
Edelman was
had
out for the
rainbow
season.
Julian
Bro,
Edelman, and they didn't have a guy that could
He
run
was not out
greater
for the
than a
season because he
4.5.
had almost 200 yards in Cam's best game as a Patriot. Please,
And he was.
you
How many
guys,
games did he play?
please, bro. Like, I'm
How
telling
many
you.
games
And
did he
then Cam
play?
got COVID and he was
Right,
garbage.
that's what I'm
I don't know
saying.
how many he played after that. What I'm saying
okay,
is
but that's not
every
saying
team
that it's
can
on
always
Cam.
just put on their fan hat and just say, oh, if this guy overexceeds our expectations, they'll be great. Like, why don't we just prove it? We have so many we have players and positions that we're not sure about,
Obviously, they
let
have to
alone
prove
their
it.
backups. We can't even survive any
What
injuries.
positions?
Like, if Bryce Young
Hey,
gets
JJ.
injured, this whole season is done.
What do you think our record's gonna be?
Arrival, bro.
What do you think our record's gonna be,
Hey,
JJ?
real quick, just because my reception's shit.
Like,
Yeah. Go ahead, Ray.
I was gonna say my reception shit, and I don't want to keep
you guys
getting
keep
cut in and out and all that shit and interrupted. So I appreciate it. I'll try to hop in later if you're still going. Otherwise, love y'all. Appreciate it. Good shit. I'll try to be back.
All right, appreciate
All right,
it.
y'all.
Yeah,
So JJ, how many
Appreciate
wins are you expecting?
I expect us to go 8-9. That's like the calm medium right there.
All right.
Word.
I mean, to
That's
be
literally what I
like,
said.
I've been adamant
I'm not
about
mad
that
at that,
the
bro.
whole
Like that's
offseason.
what I'm expecting.
to be able
Yeah.
to, like, again, and listen, they have to prove it no matter what. Like, it's so easy for me or you or anyone else to say, oh, I want to see them prove it. Well, yeah, no shit. How else are they going to live up to anyone's expectations?
I
They
say everyone in
obviously have
NFC
to prove
South.
it. But what I am
Desmond
saying
Ritter got to prove it too.
is
Yeah.
that if you are going to deny that our receiving core, proven or unproven, they have
It's
a
not just our
high-end talent
receivers.
level that other receiving teams just don't have physically and from a speed perspective. We have 6'3" dudes that can run a 4.3 all over our wide
Bro,
receiver core, bro.
the
All
corners
over
don't
our
care.
and we're
He's
not
not
going to
Justin
pretend
Jefferson.
like that
He's not this
doesn't
big
matter.
name Pro Bowl
You
receiver.
don't
So
know
he's not
that.
a
You have
top
They don't
never
five
give a
seen
receiver. It
enough.
doesn't matter.
They don't give
JJ,
a
you do
fuck,
not
bro.
know
They
that.
haven't been
You have
productive.
not seen
They're not
enough
putting respect.
of either
Bro,
of
Cody,
these
when they
dudes
line up
to know
one-on-one
what they're
in straight
capable
man
of.
coverage, bro, they don't respect our receivers. When they did it last year when we had DJ Moore. They played a straight-up man-on-man
Because we didn't have no quarterback.
We didn't have a
entire
quarterback,
board,
JJ.
bro. Oh my God! And
We
then
didn't
when we
have
had
a
Sam
quarterback,
Darnold,
JJ.
we still
We
weren't
had
We
an
weren't even
entirely
throwing the
different
ball. We threw it
offense.
like 10 times a
Oh my
game.
God!
JJ, can I ask you a question?
We still don't know if we have a quarterback, and you guys are just saying we do. That's the
He's
whole
got to be
point.
better than Sam.
We
I
have,
know.
you guys are
He's better
just
than
saying
Sam
Gotta be.
Darnold.
all
He's
the
the
receivers
number
are
one pick in the
unproven,
draft.
bro.
He's
He's
better than
better
Baker was
than
last year.
That's
he
my
is
point,
better
Cody.
than Baker Mayfield. That's for damn sure.
That we don't know that, bro. Cody, we don't know if he's
Yeah,
gonna
we
be
do.
here week 3. Fuck. The NFL
most
doesn't
positive
care
about
about that. That's my point. The
I'm
NFL
Well, I
doesn't
don't
99%
really,
care.
I don't really
sure.
give a damn what the NFL cares about. The NFL propagated wins all the time. You don't think the NFL made sure that Peyton Manning walked out with the ring on his finger when he retired? They damn
That's
sure the
not my
fuck did.
Yeah.
You know damn well that's not my
the
point.
shut up,
That has
JJ,
nothing
when
to
I'm
do with
talking,
what
boy.
we're talking
Let me
about.
tell you what. You
Like,
don't
fuck.
think the
Finish him.
NFL didn't know that the New England Patriots cheated in 2003? They damn sure
talking
know
about-
they did.
I'm
And
talking
they
about
damn
the
sure
players,
didn't care.
bro. They're not gonna
All right,
care
and
about
I'm gonna tell you
Bryce
something.
Young's the
I'm gonna
number
tell you
one
something.
pick.
How
Bro,
come
we played
you
the
hate?
Steelers,
How
the
come you
Saints,
hate
they
the
don't
wide receiver
care.
core? You don't trust it. I respect that, but there's no reason to hate on the wide receiver core just because you feel like that. Okay, you
Yeah,
don't
there's
trust
no
it,
reason
fine.
to say that
You
they're
don't
bottom
think they're
10.
good,
Completely
fine.
unproven.
But you don't need to disrespect everybody who has an opinion that says they're going to be great. I don't.
Because
Listen,
they
I
might
don't
be.
believe. I
Oh
don't
my
No
think
one
they're
God.
going to
said
be
great
great
though.
either.
Stop throwing a
But
fit
I'm
every
not
time
I don't
going
think
to hate
anybody
on
said
them
great.
because I say that.
I'm
Stop throwing a
saying
fit
they
every time
could
I
be.
have my opinion.
I'm
Then
saying
pickle,
that they
fuck.
could be great. I
Oh
really
my
do think
God.
so.
I just don't think they're
Stop
going to be
throwing a
trash.
temper tantrum. I
I
said
don't think they're
earlier,
gonna listen.
until
I
proven
think
otherwise, this receiving the receivers are bottom 10 until proven otherwise.
Okay,
Like you
okay,
keep
JJ.
saying, Cody,
But
they're
how come?
unproven.
But how come
What's so
you
wrong with me
interrupt
saying
every
that?
single person on this show, and you've have all night? You've
I
interrupted
wasn't
every
talking for
single
the
person
past 20
on this
minutes.
show
Pickle, what are
and
you
shoved
talking
your belief
about?
down their
look,
throats.
look,
And
look, look,
all
look,
that
look. Let me
Cody
look.
said I could talk 3 straight times, and I let
Okay,
other people
look,
go.
look,
Pickle,
look.
what are you talking about?
I need
Like,
to listen. I need to
damn, stop throwing
introduce.
a fit when I
I need to
disagree
intro.
with
All
you,
right, I'm about to
Pickle.
stop muting people.
I'm
I'm
not
about
throwing
to
a fit.
let
I'm
me
just stating
introduce
a
You
two
fact
more
that you
are.
don't
people.
like.
Can y'all
Grow
fucking get it
up.
over with?
I'm about, yeah, I'm about to start muting people, bro. Look, here's what it is. I think there is a middle ground, and I know that
Thank you,
nobody's
Chad.
gonna.
I
I
appreciate
know
it.
no one's gonna agree with each other. That's beside the point. If you want to see it to believe it, you're allowed to believe it, or you're allowed to think that way, right? I'm saying there is enough evidence for people to be highly optimistic about this Panthers offense and feel good about those predictions. Now, hold on, before y'all start popping off, I want to introduce two people to the Friday free for all. First up, my man C3 Kobe. Kobe, what's up, brother? How you doing, man?
Good evening. Let's get it going, boy. I love this fire and intensity. I love it. Attitude, everything. I'm with the shit.
Free for all, boy.
Friday free for all, man. Cody, like I'm on your side though, man. I'm gonna just long story short, there's a lot to say about it, but you get serviceable play out of Bryce Young with these wide receivers with this weak ass schedule, and that will be a home playoff game for Carolina this year, and I'm calling
it. I love that. I love that right
Can I ask
there.
y'all, do y'all think our roster is as good as the Saints or better or worse? How do y'all feel compared to the Saints?
We are not as
I
far
feel they're
behind as we
very.
were.
I feel they're very
So you hold on, y'all think we're
very
a little
comparable.
behind. Y'all know they have the easiest schedule in the entire NFL though, right?
You trust
Like,
Derek Carr to run through anybody? Because I don't.
I don't love Derek Carr. I did not want us to sign
I thought
him
the
at all. But
Falcons
I'm
had
just
the easiest
saying,
schedule.
all right, like y'all have this blind faith. Like everyone else can have blind faith in these other teams too. Like I don't know. I'm just
I
saying,
mean, it
like,
usually gets that way at
I
this
don't
time
know.
of year, you know.
But again, my only problem with the way you're
He
saying
also
it,
swept them
JJ,
last year.
is to pretend like every team has a comparable upside to the Carolina Panthers when I have told you why they don't. The physical upside of our players, combined with them being young, they're tall, they're fast, they have a big time wingspan. Like, not every receiving room can lay claim to have those types of players on their team.
And Cody,
That's the point that I'm making. Go ahead, and then I'm gonna introduce
how much of a big difference is the Saints replacing Andy Dalton with Carr? How big of a difference?
Can you say that again?
How big of a difference is it the Saints replaced Andy Dalton with Derek Carr?
My fault. You were saying that to me. I've been lagging
Or just
like the past
anybody.
10
No,
seconds,
is
15
that
seconds.
how big of an upgrade is
Just
Andy
for
Dalton
anybody.
or Derek Carr
He's
over
not
Andy
a real
Dalton?
needle mover. He's not a
Hey,
real
let me.
needle
It's a
Hey,
mover.
minor upgrade.
hey, y'all. Real quick, let me introduce my man Eric to the Friday Free For All. Eric, what's up? Happy to have you back, bro. What do you have for the show today, man?
First of all, I just want to say this wide receiver room is not bottom tier at all. And now, I don't necessarily think they're elite, but I think in my opinion, I think this is a top 15 wide receiver room. But that's just my opinion. But these receivers are not bottom tier, and it's like what Colby said. If we could get serviceable play from Bryce Young, from Bryce Young, these receivers can look incredible. And for me personally, I feel like we can win the division this year.
Exactly.
Right.
Yes, sir. There is no dominant team in the NFC South. So if the Panthers felt like it was their time to assert themselves, bro, ain't no one stopping them, in my opinion, bro. That's just being real. And I feel like to everybody that's like, oh, you need to pump the brakes. Bro, we're talking about the NFC South. All you have to do is win this division, and you're a playoff football team. And to pretend like being a playoff football team isn't a market upgrade over whatever the fuck the Panthers have been doing the past 3 years, bro, you're smoking on something crazy. That's all I'm saying, bro.
Last year, all the drama we had, we were playing meaningful football games in December.
And that felt great. We have not had that.
With the losing record.
Yeah,
Man,
so that's
what an
why
all-time low, guys. Damn.
I had more fun at the end of last season than I have the past 4 years, bro. Straight
Easy.
up. When
Firing Matt Rule that was it for me. Like I was happy.
That really was it. Nah, that was
it
the
was
whole highlight of
therapeutic.
the season. That and the Lions game.
It was therapeutic, man. But like I said, playing for something in the month of December, like we haven't been used to that recently, boys. So that's why I was never in the tank crowd. That was like, oh, we need to be losing. No, we're not eliminated. If you're not eliminated, you shouldn't be trying to lose football games. You should be trying to win every fucking one of them. And I think the fans should want their team to win while they're still in contention. Like, that's not hard to me, man. Yeah, who wants to go next?
That's what I was gonna say, and like I like what Eric said. He, with keeping our expectations, right around where they should be, like mid and higher, and I feel like that's a pretty good place to keep it. I mean, the only thing I would say that's holding us back, because like I've said on other shows, we were a 7-win team and very close to an 8 or a 9-win team. So with better players and better coaches, I feel like we have more options to win those close games. I mean, having said that, though, we are switching schemes, and that is historically rough first year
on defense
in the NFL,
especially in Carolina.
I mean, even across the NFL, it's everywhere. Like when you switch, like a major's a switch, and I mean they're gonna play different. It's not gonna be that horribly different, but it's still.
Look at that trans
statistically
defense.
Speaking.
J-Subs, you dumb as shit, boy.
Yeah, I wouldn't go as far. I don't think any part of this team is trash.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think so. Like, I mean, there are parts
at any level.
I'll keep it real. There are parts that I worry about, but I'm not going to sit here and call them. I'm not going to sit here and call them trash. I'll be real. I have a lot of questions about our interior linebacking core.
Cornerback
cornerback depth. Like I've been very vocal about all of that, and but one of the reasons why I do feel confident about being confident is where we do have depth, where football games are won.
There too.
In the trenches. We have depth on the offensive line and we have depth on the defensive line. You have to be able to protect your quarterback and get after the other one. And I think that the Panthers, we don't know what we have opposite of Brian Burns, but outside of that, a 3-4 defense, in my opinion, under Ejiro Rivero, it is going to be so much easier for this team to play more aggressive than they ever have. And the best Panthers defenses have always been very aggressive defenses, man. And that's why I'm excited about the switch altogether.
Cody, this is a good time for me to ask you this question. We did this in the spaces. Who do you think is a potential breakout player in this new scheme that we wouldn't think of that you think could have a great season?
You mean on defense?
Absolutely.
On defense.
On defense, man, bro.
Give me a second, but there's some good candidates for that answer.
You know who I really think?
Who was the first person that came to your mind?
Well, okay. People are going to say, oh, that's an
the
easy
CGI
answer.
Panther.
No, people are going to say, oh, that's an easy answer.
It's
but
not.
I really think J.C. Horn.
Okay.
I think
I hope
bro,
so.
I really think that
That's a good answer.
if you have a more aggressive defensive front seven, it is going to allow your defensive backs to play way tighter coverage than they've ever been able to do before. And that is why we drafted J.C. Horn. The man is going to be able to stay in the hip pocket of the opposing number one wide receiver all year.
He should have been a Pro Bowler last year, Cody.
Right, and he was going to be if he didn't break his
race.
hand on a fucking helmet.
Well,
He was
let me
borderline.
ask you,
They were
let
talking
me ask
it
you a
up.
question.
He
Let me
was
ask you a
locked down
question
last
about
year.
Horn.
Yeah.
There's a poll on Twitter, and it says which corner would you pair with C.J. Horn? Now the choices are 2015 Josh Norman, 2008 Chris Gamble, 2003 Ricky Manning, or the 2018 James Bradbury. Which one would you had him right now exactly like he was that year? Who would you put right next to J.C. Horn?
Chris Gamble.
Ricky Manning.
Nope.
Yeah.
Whoever said
No
Ricky
question.
Manning, I thought I was going to be the only one to say Ricky Manning. I'm going.
I was
Ricky
about to
Manning.
say, as long as no one
No,
says
I'm with you.
Mayberry,
I'm
Gamble.
going Ricky Manning.
I'm gonna say
There's
Gamble.
an age gap to me because it's
Gamble.
It's got to be Gamble. Right now,
Gotta
Josh
be.
Norman is winning by 60%, 60.5%.
Hey, but you know what? Look,
Gamble
that
he
only has
wasn't all pro.
20.6.
He was elite
no.
as fuck that year, though.
Ricky
Like,
Manning
he
had
was
one
top
good year.
3.
One good game early.
But
Yeah.
Chris
Damn,
Gamble,
it was good.
Chris Campbell had those type years every year.
He still holds the record, I think, at
Yeah,
30,
yeah.
37.
And Ricky
All right,
Manning
yeah.
lucked some of those
Didn't he retire
Yeah.
1 year before his severance? Like he could have got insurance for life, and he retired 1 year before.
Yeah.
That shit was crazy.
Yeah, and Ricky Manning, when they changed the rule, when the NFL decided to reinforce the
Illegal touching.
press, the
Yep.
illegal touching past
Yep.
the 5, that ended Ricky Manning's career.
Yep.
He kind of lucky with those interceptions.
Yeah, and
If you look at
another
those
question, though,
interceptions, they were kind of lucky.
That
and
motherfucker
another
put folks in
question,
arm bars.
here's what shocked me
No
the most.
flag.
In the same situation, who would you pair with Derek Brown? 2015 K1 Short,
Stop
2008
right there.
Chris Jenkins,
Stop right there, yeah.
Chris Jenkins.
2003 Chris Jenkins,
Chris Jenkins.
13
Jenkins.
Star, or 03 Brent Buckner.
Jenkins, bro.
That's
Yeah, I
Jenkins.
picked Jenkins
Yeah.
because
I'm
our
going
old
K-K.
school Jenkins was the guy. But I
He
love
was their best
K1,
defensive
but
lineman during that Super
I
Bowl.
really
I don't
do.
care.
K1's got it by 53.2%.
And it's just because of that playoff run. He had one hell of a season that year. He was just
Yep.
clogging the middle the whole damn
Yep.
year. And the linebacker, like, you just think how
Yep.
many times Luke Kuechly and Thomas
Yep.
Davis
Yeah.
and all the other linebackers and
But
safety were
but
able
you
to
got to
just
remember,
slide the gap.
y'all remember how big Chris Jenkins was?
Yes, he
was
was a
the shit, bro.
man child.
Exactly how big he was, and KK was big, but KK wasn't that big.
Nah, KK wasn't that big. He was a little
Mm.
undersized.
Chris Jenkins was an absolute dog.
Yes.
Yes,
That's a
yes.
true statement.
DB, Derek
Yes.
Brown and Starr together in a 3-4 would be stupid. That would just be disgusting.
You know the current defensive tackle that reminds me of Chris Jenkins right now
Chris Jones.
is Via Vea.
Yeah.
I was about to say that.
That it's Via Vea.
That dude's
It
a
really
monster.
does. That reminds me of Chris.
Space Eater.
And he's 6'4", 347. So this pretty much the same. That's what Jenkins was. He was a monster in the middle.
That 03D line though, man, that was amazing.
Yeah. Yep.
Hey,
shit.
so here's what I'm going to do, and I think this is a good time to move on to this topic. As of right now, who are your top 5 most valuable Panther players on this roster right now? And I want them in order too. I mean, and you can put whoever you want at number 1, whoever you want at number 5. I'm just saying to you right now as a fan, who is the most valuable 5 players on the Carolina Panthers right now? I want people in the chat room to give me your answers.
What? Everybody
give me your answers, bro. So let me go to my man. I'm gonna go to Kyle first. 910. Who are your top 5 most valuable Carolina Panthers on the roster right now?
All right, so number 1 overall, Bryce Young.
Yes, sir.
I need him to be MVP number 1 by the end of the season. Number 2, I would say I need Luvu to make a huge jump. I mean, and he's already done so much, so I think the new scheme might unlock his potential. Number 3, I'm going to say Adam Thielen being a reliable target for Bryce all year.
All right.
4, Icky getting the credit for his second year and knocking it out of the park and keeping Bryce safe. And number 5, I'm going to go with Von Bell in the back, keeping the secondary down where we need it.
All right.
Maybe so.
That's a good list, man. That's a lot of different names that some people might not have put.
Right.
I don't know if a lot of people are going to put Adam Thielen or Von Bell. So that's a.
I'm not, but they're still good answers.
Yeah, right. Yeah, everybody.
He backed it up.
Kobe. Go ahead, man. Who are your top 5 most valuable players in order?
In order. I'm looking at this as if I'm not even a Carolina homer. If I'm picking up the phone and I need something, the first person I'm calling for right now is JC, even despite his health, just because of how the league is going and the wide receivers, and you know what's going on with that. I don't have to get too much in detail. Number 2 would be Derek Brown. 3 would be I like this answer. I'm going to say Miles Sanders. I think Miles Sanders is going to be an X factor that people are sleeping on right now, even in the passing game as well. So I'm going to say he's going to have a lot of value. So what is that?
We paid
3?
him.
Yeah, two more.
4, Luvu. I need Luvu to not even necessarily, his numbers are fine, but just continue to grow as a leader. He needs to kind of, I don't know, maybe take a little bit of heat off of Shaq. And he has been. Like, Shaq's had some really good games, and he's picked it up, especially in crunch time. So I'd probably go, that's what I'll do. I'll go Luvu and then Shaq. So I'll go
All right, man.
last 2.
So just so we're clear, no Brian Burns on your list.
No. Burns has got to go. Burns is honestly, move him to 2. I still want JC at 1.
All right. By the way, I'm seeing a bunch of great answers in the chat. Marinara.
That is disrespectful as hell because Brian Burns should have been 1, but he's definitely 2 on my list.
No, you're good. Muscles Marinara says Bryce Young, Brian Burns, Frankie Louvu, Shaq Thompson, Hayden Hurst. That's a great one.
I like Hayden Hurst.
Yeah, Carolina.
Is this our best players, or just like who do you think is going to stand out?
But no, like right now, who is the
I kind of
most
blended that.
Like valuable is the word that I'm keying in on. Who are the most valuable players
Can I go
to
next?
the Carolina Panthers?
Go ahead, Big
right now. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. Vic.
All right, I just want to say this because it may cause issues, but hear me out. my number 1, of course, my number 1.
YGM.
No,
don't do it.
And I was gonna say the whole unit, but I don't think Cody would like that, so
no.
I'll narrow it down.
Not acceptable.
I believe my number 1 is who I think's going to line up at right guard. is Cade Mays. Now,
You are a Cade Mays believer.
Now, I am. Now, listen, if
Tennessee
Cade
homerism.
doesn't line up there, I want to be clear. If Cade doesn't line up there, then whoever lines up there is. Because let's be real, y'all. We know we're facing the Atlanta Falcons first, and anyway, the first few games as Bryce is a rookie. Let's understand this. The offensive line's got to get good protection. Imagine that right guard doesn't hold containment.
Yeah.
The first couple games, Bryce gets humiliated in the pocket because one guard fails to gain containment. Now we know Corbin's coming back, but he won't be back right away.
But Pickle, you think whoever is the right guard is the most valuable player on our
well, let me
entire
ask you
team?
this: what happens if Bryce gets sacked and gets hurt?
No, I hear you.
They're
But
going to blame it on the right guard or left guard.
What
They're getting yelled at first.
What I'm saying, hold on, Pickle. What I'm saying is, I 100%. I get what you're saying, but I think that you could also say that would be either Ikem Ekwonu or Bradley Bozeman. Because like those
could be sure.
Like that's your blind side tackle. Your blind side tackle and the guy that keeps the pocket the cleanest, which is
what's the rest of your list, bro?
Right. But
give me your 225.
But the second one is Bryce Young. The third one is Brian Burns, and the fourth one is actually CJ or JC Horn, and the fourth one is Sanders.
Yeah,
because if he gets hurt, I just don't trust. I don't trust the running backs behind him, and I don't trust Scott Fitterer or the coaches to admit that the other running backs ain't going to cut it and go out and sign a bet. That's just because experience tells me the only coach that I remember the Panthers ever having that would actually say, no, we got to go sign somebody else, and go was John Fox, and he ain't been here in a long time.
Well, yeah, but he was serious about running the football.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, yeah. But if God forbid Sanders goes down, do you see Scott Fitterer or Frank Wright saying, yeah, we need to go sign a vet?
What's our record? Like, there has to be a breaking point for that. If your record's good enough, you have to go do that.
He could very easily.
You would think, but I can see them saying, well, Chuba knows the system, and we've got faith in Chuba, and we're going to see what Chuba
does. With the bad hands.
To be fair, he did trade for C3 Henderson after the horn injury, so he has shown to make a move after an injury.
Was that your 5, Pickle?
Yes.
Can I get my
I'll go next.
All right.
Yeah. Go ahead, Kev.
All right. 5 would be Miles Sanders. I think we're going to need a reliable running back with a rookie quarterback.
All right.
4 is Bradley Bozeman. He's the center.
Okay.
I think a rookie quarterback will need a good center. 3rd, I got JC Horn. 2nd, Brian Burns. And 1st is Bryce Young.
Yeah. That's a hard list to argue with, man.
Yeah. Can't really argue it.
It really is a hard list to argue with. I mean, again, the only ones that I hesitate with are like, maybe Miles Sanders, but again, that's our running back. Like, so I understand why you would put him on that list.
Tony said Matt Corral.
Yeah, Tony's just talking shit.
Johnny Hecker, if you're gonna say Corral.
I mean, look how good we look with Foreman. With a good running back.
By the way, Tony does a good job of reminding me. He said, "Did you mention the merchandise yet?" Well, you know what? I haven't, man. Listen, if you love being a part of this C3 Panthers podcast, and don't get me wrong, you are a part of it, man. C3 is for the fans, by the fans, bro. Get you some of this dope ass merchandise, dog. Yeah. Look, let me tell you, this is my favorite shirt that we have ever
order, y'all.
That we have ever put out, bro.
It ain't got here yet, but I got my cup. I got one of them coffee mugs, Cody. And shout out,
Yo, Pickle, can you hold it up real quick?
Yeah, let me go get it real quick. I
Oh,
get it in just a second.
yeah. But man,
Also, I want to shout out to folks. I'll pull that up on your screen, Cody. I want to tell folks who are coffee drinkers and likes their coffee cups, because to us folks who likes your coffee cups, this matters, folks. This comes in 2 different sizes. As you can see, it comes in the 15-ounce and the 11-ounce.
hold that up, Pickle.
Okay, this is a 15-ounce. If you have a current coffee machine, you'll understand the 15-ounce. You actually get the closest full cup of coffee you
That's
can
the
get.
big goat, my boy.
Exactly. If you get the 11th ounce, yeah, you'll be drinking a lot. You're making a lot of walks to that coffee pot.
Yeah, sir. And bro, I need my morning cup of Java, bro.
Yep.
I have to have it. I absolutely have to have it. But hey, if you have to have some dope ass merchandise and you would like to support the pod, go to CarolinaCatChronicles.com. Check out the shop. We got dope ass shirts. We got dope ass coffee mugs. We got a bunch of ideas to do a bunch more. You can rep C3 Nation and support the podcast, bro. It's a win-win. That is CarolinaCatChronicles.com. Go to shop and check out the merch, man. C3 Nation, we roll strong.
Imagine C3 Nation. Let's imagine this. A lot of people's going to be at training camp, especially on the 29th. I'm going to be there. A bunch of people's going to be there.
Yes, sir.
Imagine everybody walking out in their C3 shirt.
Repping hard,
Right.
bro.
Imagine all these
my
other
boy.
podcasters saying, "Who's that?" Imagine one of them players looking down and Bryce Young looks and say,
Can I get a special additional one of
"What's a C3, dude?" Sheena says, "I think you know what C3 is." And pretty soon, Bryce Young wearing a C3 jersey.
Cody?
Yes,
I need
sir.
that special edition, the one that damn sexual or whatever his name is, Chocolate, had the picture of you earlier. I need that face on the
Mark
back.
Henry.
Mark Henry.
No,
That's
you
exactly
mean-
what I thought of.
Oh, you mean the picture of me looking like I'm busting one or something?
Yeah, you taking it deep.
Yeah, you're right. That does need to be a shirt, bro.
On a coffee mug, bro.
But hey, let me
Jesus Christ, Cody.
let's jump back into these top 5. Who has not given their top 5?
All right, let me go.
Me.
All right. Well, I'm
Go,
gonna go. I'm gonna go J Subs, then JJ, and then I'm gonna go to Don. Go ahead, JJ.
All right, Cody. I took this
I mean,
assignment
I
as like on the market, who has the most value, who's probably considered our best players, and I'm gonna go one. I think it has to be Brian Burns because he got reported 2 first-round picks, I guess, and he's our only Pro Bowler on the team. Number 2 has to be Bryce Young. Number 3, J.C. Horn. Number 4, Kim Ekwonu. And number 5, Derek Brown. I think those are our 5 most important players moving forward.
Oh, I'm not
Good
mad
list.
at that. I am not mad at that. Go ahead, JJ. Let me hear your top 5, bro. Now remember, this is most valuable to the Carolina Panthers. Go ahead, JJ.
Okay. I'm gonna go with. In terms of value, I think of people who will provide the most value, like I guess this year in a sense. So I think number 1, or I guess most value to the team. But anyways, Brian Burns is number 1 because I feel like we got to find out whether we're gonna even re-sign him or not. Like I think we got to know if he's even on the team, whether he's really the person we've always believed him to be. I think he still needs to take another step and really just assert and prove himself as that guy. I think the same thing is pretty similar with J.C. Horn. Like when he's been on the field, he's been relatively good for us. But without him, our secondary is toast. I think Derek Brown up the middle is going to be very crucial for us because we're playing a 3-4, and it's always been known to not be well against the run, like usually 3-4 defenses. And we already struggle against the run in most years. And we really need Derek Brown to take that step as a bigger and better player. I want him to get in that top 10 that we all were talking about not too long ago, or that list. But I think you could take this next one as any wide receiver, but in my opinion, it's Terrence Marshall Jr. because
Okay.
this is going to be his third year. He's been riddled a few times with injuries throughout his time. Can you all hear me?
You're good.
Yes, sir. We got you.
All right. My fault. My AirPod died. Like I was saying, TMJ, like having a wide receiver one for the new quarterback, you know, I mean, like that's incredibly valuable. We see around the NFL all these young quarterbacks improve. Tua, Hurts, Burrow, who else? Kyler when he got D-Hop. I mean, like the list goes on with young quarterbacks having that reliable wide receiver. I just went with Terrence Marshall because it's his third year and he still needs to prove something. And I think for the last one, who for the last one? I guess I'll agree with Pickle with that whole who's gonna replace the right guard, because whoever's protecting up front. Because I think that Corbett, we're gonna miss Corbett in the front half of the season, and it you know, Christensen, whoever's gonna be playing left guard, like we just got Savala. We can somewhat replace him if he's not all the way back from that broken foot, but like the Corbett injury is huge. Honestly, he's a pillar for our offensive line.
Yeah,
Good
I don't
list.
disagree with any of that. I really don't. I think that's a good list. I've heard a lot of good lists, and there's a lot of great ways to answer this question. Like, there's, I understand Kev putting Miles Sanders. I understand Pickle putting whoever plays right guard. Like, those are all important to us.
I was going to say Hayden Hurst, but I think Sanders is probably the most important.
By the way, we haven't talked much about him, huh? Hayden Hurst.
Yeah, we really haven't. Hey, let me let my man D's in on the convo. D's, who are your top 5 most valuable Carolina Panthers?
I really enjoy hearing everyone else's top 5, Cody.
Me too.
After hearing everyone else's, I feel like mine is like super vanilla, like no sprinkles, no syrup, straight vanilla. So where I started was kind of like positional value in the NFL for trade. Is kind of how I took it when you brought it up. Bryce Young, number 1. Even though he hadn't played a snap yet, he's our quarterback. It's the most important position on the football field. I don't think anyone can argue that, at least that quarterback is the most important position. So I went Bryce Young. Number 2, you have to have an edge rusher. Edge rushers are getting paid left and right in the NFL. Ours is Brian Burns. Spider Burns would be my number 2. If you look at what he did last season, 12.5 sacks, our record still stands from 1998. Set by Kevin Green at 15. Brian Burns is only 25 years old, guys. We need to go ahead and pay him now before he's got 8 sacks or 9 sacks going into week 7. And that might be a mistake that we see Scott Fitterer make. He may wait till halfway through the season and Burns is already eaten, because he's going to be highly motivated to get that contract. They need to go ahead and pay him like tomorrow, in my opinion. Number 3. We differ a little bit here, maybe from others. I went Derek Brown because I believe Derek Brown could emerge as our second pass rusher this season. Even though he plays on the interior, somebody's got to stop the run. And Derek Brown did a fantastic job of stopping the run last season. And as far as positional value, I feel like he fits in at number 3. Number 4, J.C. Horn, you have to have a lockdown corner in the NFL. You saw what happened in the Bucs game when you don't have any good corners at all. You can get absolutely torched and abused and lose a game that you should have otherwise won. And that was definitely the case in Tampa Bay. Yeah, we were up by 11 in the 4th quarter and still found a way to lose because we didn't have a lockdown corner. J.C. Horn is my number 4. Number 5, you have to have a left tackle in the NFL. How many years did we cry and complain and whine because our quarterback kept getting blindsided? You need a left tackle. Icky is number 5 on my list. Yeah,
I love that list. And hey, it might be vanilla, but like I said, like that's not a bad list. Like, you named all the players that if they have good seasons, the Panthers are going to be a good team. So again, that's not bad at all. I'm going to save mine for last. Eric, are you still there?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right, bro, give me your top 5, your top 5 most valuable Carolina Panthers in 2023. Give me that list, bro.
My first two will be Bryce Young at 1 and Brian Burns at 2, and I'm going to agree with these. I'll put Derek Brown at 3, but I'm going to put Hayden Hurst at 4 because we've seen what happens when a quarterback has a good connection with his tight end. Look at Patrick. Look at Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce.
Wow.
Look at them. They lost Tyreek Hill, and they had good connection. They went on to win the Super Bowl. So I'll say Bryce Young and Hayden Hurst. I'll say Hayden Hurst at 4, and then 5. I'll agree is Icky. We gotta protect Bryce Young, and I don't want him getting hurt.
Yeah, that's a great list, man. That's a great list. And all right, so I'm gonna get a little bit controversial with mine, only slightly, not all the way, but I'm gonna say, listen, I know he has not played the snap yet, but Bryce Young is the franchise. Like, that's what it is, whether you like it or not. Bryce is the franchise now, and our team is gonna live and die with his success in the NFL. So to me, just because of him playing the quarterback position, there's no way for me to not put him number 1, right? Number 2, for obvious reasons, is Brian Burns, the most consistent pass rusher on the Carolina Panthers defense for the past, 3 years. I mean, literally since he has been here, he's been the man, but now we finally got him some more help. He's put on more muscle. He's really done a lot of training and a lot of work to get his body prepared for this year. Number 3, I'm going J.C. Horn, because a shutdown corner in the NFL is irreplaceable, and you have to have it in a pass-happy NFL like we're seeing today. I know people question the health, but if he is healthy, there is no doubt that J.C. Horn is one of the most pivotal players on our entire team, okay? Next up, I'm going our franchise left tackle, Ikem Ekwonu. To have, especially having an undersized quarterback, his blind side has to be protected at all costs. And Ikem Ekwonu, going into his second year, he has such an opportunity to prove himself to be the next Trent Williams in the NFL. Just a dominant shutdown left tackle. Now, my number 5 might surprise you more for who it isn't rather than who it is. My number 5 is Bradley Bozeman, the center for the Carolina Panthers. And out of all of our extensions that we signed this past offseason, I feel Bradley Bozeman is easily the most important, man. Your center,
I had him at 4.
Right, your center is calling out protections. He is, reading the defense along with the quarterback. He is going to be the staple of your pocket when throwing the football. Bradley Bozeman is incredibly important to what we're going to do here in Carolina. Now, you might say I don't have Derek Brown on my list. I want Derek Brown to ball out this year, bro. I want him to be like the juggernaut out there. And I'm hoping that him moving to a 5-tech and a 3-4 defense is what the doctor ordered. Because to this point in his career, though he has been a great player, I would not call him a top 5 defensive tackle in the NFL at this point. And I want him to be able to prove that this year before I grant him access to my top 5. Now, if he was a guaranteed top 5 defensive tackle, bro, he might be number 2 or number 3 on the list. But right now, I cannot give him that accommodation. So that's my list. That's my list, man. I don't know what y'all think.
Not mad at it.
Works for me.
I'm a little surprised.
Really cooked.
I'm a little surprised. No one really asked me why I didn't have Bryce Young on my list.
Did I even have him on mine? I think I might have skipped
I mean,
too.
we're not really surprised, JJ. I just think
especially because so many people had him like number 1, let alone on the list. I just feel like no matter what, like Bryce Young could get hurt, he could play like garbage. He's gonna be the starter week 1 of his second year. Like this is his franchise. We've invested so much in it. Like I was thinking
Oh
more
yeah.
of a perspective. Who do we need to like have the biggest impact this season necessarily and bring the most value to the team this year? That's kind of why I didn't leave him on there.
All right. Hey, I understand that too. And like, some people put Miles Sanders and Hayden Hurst, even though they've never done anything for us
Nothing
before.
felt
But
I
wrong
love
to me,
Miles.
Cody, with these
I
answers.
want Miles in fantasy.
I just hope we don't lose, their run game that we have.
That's why I had to have Miles Sanders on ours. Like he has to do his thing.
yeah.
Miles,
Hey,
Sanders, like
yeah, go ahead.
some. Oh no! Were you about to talk about the background noise?
That too.
No.
But I was gonna say, like some of those holes, like even like in that Lions game specifically, we saw major gaps in the run game. Miles Sanders is taking some of those to the house.
Absolutely.
Yes.
That's
Oh
why
yeah.
I'm thinking. Is
Last
it crazy to think he's going to get 1,000 yards? Because I think he's going to get 1,000 yards rushing at least.
Oh yeah, I think
Maybe
he
12,
like
1,300 like he did with Philly. Total
Yes.
yardage. Total
Wow,
Wow,
yardage.
so y'all have high expectations for
he
Miles.
could definitely
Yeah.
get 1,000.
Got
I don't
to.
know if his season he had last year,
We
but
played Detroit again.
He did have
Oh, yeah.
1,300 yards last year. Is that true? Is that correct?
What?
Yeah.
Did he
He
have
was like
1,200
the
or
most rushing
1,300
yards, right?
yards? I'm
He
talking
had
about
the
total
fifth
yards
most.
too. Did he have like 12 or 1,300?
He had
It was
1,250
1326.
with
Dude,
11
if he
touchdowns.
can get 1,100 total yards, I would absolutely love that shit.
How many
Right.
receiving
Yeah.
yards did he
Yeah.
have?
Easy.
Yeah, how many? The receiving yards is a better question to me.
Yeah.
Because
Right.
to me, I think one of his, I mean, obviously being our running back, that's the main thing. But having that check down running back, if you look at how
It's
important, if you look at how important Jahmyr Gibbs was to Bryce Young last season as that check down valve in their passing game at Alabama, that was an important part of what made Bryce
Well,
good
Well,
because he knows
I-
when to check it
I
down.
think the Eagles had
I
a
think
receiving
Frank
back.
Wright. I think Frank Wright wants to use Blackshear and not Naheem Hines role. I kind of mentioned that
That's
on
okay.
the podcast on Tuesday.
I like
on my
Blackshear.
call-in. I was hoping y'all would talk about that because I really do think that's what we're gonna do. I think that's why he likes him so much.
He's a spark.
Yeah.
I'm
Blackshear.
with it.
Yeah.
I
He's
want
a
to have him more
You got
touches than
also
Chuba, but that's probably just me.
Go ahead, Deez.
you got you got to remember that Frank Reich fed Taylor 332 carries in one season. So Miles is going to be a feature back, and he's going to get the ball over and over and over. 332 is a lot of carries, and it led Taylor to like this unreal season that he had. He's gonna run Miles in the ground. I mean, it's just facts.
Well, and you
we
know
did that
what?
to running back.
And I'll even say this, and so I got two questions for y'all. I'll say mine first. I believe the most slept on player is Chuba Hubbard. And I know bro, look, I know that 75%.
Cat Williams.
I know that 75% or more of Panther fans hate this man, Chuba Hubbard. That's fine, bro. I'm not passing him the ball either, okay? The man has stone hands. I am not here to debate that with you. But running between the A gap and the B gap, you can do a lot worse than Chuba Hubbard.
And see,
I think that we're sleeping on Frank Reich and how he might use Chuba and Miles Sanders as a 1-2 punch in this offense.
And
I
see,
want to be
Cody,
wrong
this
so
is why
bad.
I'm not worried about our receiving core. Like, I would like to add somebody else, but like, I'm not worried because we're going to be running that ball.
Yeah.
And some
Yeah.
of the receivers
100%.
will be catching the ball, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I got two more questions for y'all. I'll save that one for last. It'll be what is your most slept on Panther player? But I want to go to this first. Some people think it's a big deal. Some people think it's not a big deal at all. Bryce Young has yet to sign his rookie contract with the Carolina Panthers. Does this concern you at all? Or do you feel this is going to be one of those things where, like, man, in the 12th hour before training camp, they're going to get the contract done and it's all going to be said and done and over with. How are y'all feeling about Bryce still not having signed his rookie contract with the Carolina Panthers?
I didn't even
Could you
know, and I don't
imagine
even care.
G-Baby if he pulled an Eli Manning?
Say that one more time, JJ.
I said, could y'all imagine G-Baby if he pulled an Eli Manning?
Oh God.
G baby would have a heart attack.
He really would.
Well,
He
it would be
would.
too late for that now. He's not forcing a trade to no other football team at this point, bro.
You know, to answer your question, I'm not really worried about it. And I'm going to tell you why. It's because the way Bryce is, if as we know, he's very. Imagine training camp, everybody getting together, him showing up for camp, or being told that he can't show up because he ain't signed his contract. It ain't going to be 5 seconds after that or less. He's on with the phone with the agent. Get off your ass and get this fucking deal done. I need to be in camp, and he's done. He's there the next day. So I don't think. I think I'm not really too much worried. It may be a last minute done because Bryce forces it to happen, but this to me, this is. I'm not certain. There's a lot of the rookies haven't signed yet. It's kind of been an afterthought in right now with the rookie cap that after everybody now has used to it, because there for a while even after they did it, there was a lot of the bonuses and such, and kind of now all that's kind of here's what you're getting. You can't bitch about it. You're not going to complain about it. A lot of the some of it may be structure the way it's written, but kind of a lot of that's ironed out already. They just haven't.
And
The
it's also
agent,
not
the
like we
agent tries
haven't.
to force his way a little bit.
It's also not like we haven't seen it before. This has happened with a bunch of different players. Hey, by the way, I'm about to put up another poll, but my last question was: should Panther fans have high expectations for the 2023 offense? And it was optimism all the way, or check your expectations. With 61% of the vote, optimism all the way.
Let's
so
go.
that's that for you. Kev, are you concerned about this with Bryce not having signed?
Hell no.
Hell no.
The longer he waits, the more money he gets. I get it.
Right.
Well, did TJ Stroud sign his rookie deal?
I don't believe so, but I don't know, Eric. I'm not sure.
Cody, I have a short answer for that.
Yeah, go ahead, Colby.
I know it's going to sound a little weird, but I feel like Bryce Young is so calculated right this second. He knows exactly when he's going to sign that rookie deal. And with him being the first overall pick, I'm sure he's going to set some kind of benchmark. So maybe he is kind of waiting for everybody else, especially if everybody else is moving really slow.
Right. Not only that, but he's putting out a lot of videos of him just doing workouts with the receivers and in the film room and doing this and doing that. So
he's doing the right thing.
That's an agent thing. So I mean, if I was a humble athlete, I'd be like, "Hey, man, can you just like leave me alone? I need to do this."
Those 80-yard bombs look good on tape, though.
Yeah, they do, man.
Yeah.
That's another thing. I think people are sleeping on Bryce's arm talent too much.
Very much so.
Right.
Like even Steve Smith said that, don't expect a lot of deep bombs, but expect him to be lethal from 15 to 20 yards. And
That's
while,
like
yes,
speed.
I do think that is true about him being very effective in that 15 to 20 yard range, I think we're taking shots, bro.
With the
I
receiver
really
stuff
think that
earlier,
we're going to be
absolutely.
taking shots.
Big and fast, why not?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. We have too much speed, too much physicality at the receiver position to not do that.
Could be TMJ season.
Yeah. Kyle,
Mingo
you concerned at all about Bryce not signed yet?
Not at all. Not at all.
All right. Pleasure doing business with you.
No, I mean, like you said, he's going to make more money, number one pick, so he's going to kind of set the bar, and usually they pick last, sort of sign last anyways. So, I don't know. Go ahead, Pickle.
No, I just wanted to add to this current conversation. There was an article by Anthony Rizzo that was dated just yesterday talking about this and says that well, I'll just read it. Young is surely trying to extend the lump payment streak with the first overall pick to 4 years. Kyler Murray in 2019 was the first overall pick who signed a signing bonus paid in installments. And it says that Bryce and Bryce is wanting his signing bonus in one lump sum, not installments.
Right.
Or that's probably not Bryce as much as Bryce's agent.
That's
Right.
fine. You gave up all that shit to get to one. You let him have it.
Yeah. If I gotta give it to him anyway, I'm giving him all because it's just like your electric bill. The electric company says you say your electric bill's $200. You pay installments. You got $200 set in the bank. You pay it. Just come in every other day and give us $20. Fuck that. There, we're done with it.
Big Slim in the chat says, I think it's more his agent than Bryce not signing, but still a little concerning. Again, man, he's the number one pick in the draft. He's gonna sign for the most guaranteed money out of every rookie this entire draft class. So again, like there's a lot that goes into this contract, man. Offset money, playoff money, if he gets any kind of awards, that factors in the contract. All those different things, man, they're trying to iron out. So I agree. I'm not too worried about it. My man Anthony back in the stream. Anthony, are you worried about Bryce not having signed the contract yet?
What's up? Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, man.
Okay, cool. No, I'm not worried at all. I think Stroud hasn't signed his contract either.
He hasn't. Anthony Richards hasn't signed it.
Yeah,
there's a whole long list of first round picks that haven't signed it yet.
Yeah, so we're not even
in cahoots.
Yeah,
we're not the outlier.
I may be wrong when saying this, but like, can't he kind of like technically negotiate more money or like more guaranteed money with the Panthers? Is that what's the holdup, or like?
No, well, I mean, he can't anymore. Not anymore.
Yeah, I mean, there's only a certain now that there's the the salary cap for rookie players, or like that you have to be on a rookie contract. There's only an amount of certain guaranteed money that you're allowed. But what I think they're factoring in is like what I was saying earlier. Like, let's say he wins Offensive Rookie of the Year. Like, there's probably a financial incentive that comes along with that. If it gets a first team All Pro or a Pro Bowl nod, or any of these different types of things, injury clauses, a whole bunch of different things, that factor into this, that I'm sure they're working out the details on. But again, it doesn't go to Bryce at all. Bryce has been doing nothing but training with the receivers, getting pumped up and in shape. Like, this man is already preparing for the NFL season. So none of my worry is on Bryce. And to be honest, I don't have any worry at all. Like, I think this is just a part of the business. The normal number one overall picks, they don't sign very fast because this process has to play out. And like Panther Pickle said, Stroud hasn't signed. Anthony Richardson hasn't signed. A bunch of first rounders have not yet signed. So,
I just posted something in the chat, Cody. Highlighted on the screen.
Yeah, man, he'll be a Panther. There's no doubt about that. I have no worries about that. Cody, I was actually, because I was driving, I want to know what you thought, what you agreed with me on, because like if you when you were talking about that.
Yeah.
Oh, but I told you you must not have heard me. Your phone must have died. But what I was saying was, after watching the quarterback documentary and seeing the amount of punishment that they took, like, you who's being like, oh, you gotta be realistic. Like, to me, it does bring up that nervous energy, knowing that even if you have a great offensive line, those big hits are inevitable. They're going to happen. And even if he puts on a bunch of muscle, the dude is still one of, if not the smallest quarterback in the NFL.
Yeah.
So like that it worries me a little bit. And Anthony, when you're saying like, oh, we have to be realistic, not have too high of expectations, you know, I don't want to put this on him, but I feel like if anything were to cause him to fail to meet my expectations, it probably would be an injury, because I don't think that he's going to have some rookie gap where he comes in and doesn't adjust to the speed of the NFL football game. I don't see that happening to Bryce. But if you're talking about an injury, well, then, you know, maybe that's a different discussion.
Yeah, man, I haven't brought up injury because, like, that's not something you can control. And to be honest, like, all different types of players get injured. But I think with the ability of Bryce getting the ball out fast, I think that's in his advantage. He'll take less hits. I think if you watch Joe Burrow's game, especially he's had, you know, some of the worst offensive lines in the league. But he's always been able to get the ball out fast. And man, with the expectation thing, like, trust me, by week 7, if we're rolling, like, I'm gonna be going crazy. So I don't want anyone to be taking that seriously. Like, trust me, if we're winning games, like, I'll be right there with you, Cody. So.
Oh yeah, I mean, I have no doubt that we all will. Like JJ, Greg, like, if we come out on fire, yeah, everyone's gonna enjoy it. But you're gonna have to take the medicine from people like me and G Baby and everybody else that's like, I told you so, because we're allowed to do that in that scenario. By the way, great find by Panther Pickle.
Yeah.
On
Panthers. On down it says that Icky was a 6th round pick, of course. He received $12 million and something of his 17 signing bonus 30 days after he signed his contract. But the remainder, it's on down in that same article, down a little piece. But he didn't get the rest of it until April the 1st of this year.
Yeah.
So I mean,
so let me just read this article real quick.
Yeah.
Former sports agent Joel Corey just penned a piece for CBS Sports about the rather extensive holdup. The contract and salary cap expert stated that there's a difference of opinion regarding the payout of the signing bonus, as Young is likely aiming towards receiving it in a lump sum rather than in multiple installments. Corey writes, Young is surely trying to extend the lump payment streak with the first overall pick to 4 years. Kyler Murray in 2019 was the last first overall pick who had the signing bonus paid in installments. Of Murray's $23,589,924 signing bonus, $16.75 million was paid on June 3rd, which was a little more than 3 weeks after his contract was executed. The remaining $6,839,924 was deferred until March 1st, 2020. So basically, he's trying to get a bigger lump sum of cash earlier on in his contract.
Which I don't blame the man. I would. I just give him my damn money. You know, that's me though. You know, to give him my damn money. But
now this is what Pickle was talking about. Carolina had top 10 picks in each of the last 3 drafts. None of the players received a signing bonus and a lump sum. For example, 2022 6th overall pick, Kim Aquanu received $12,060,644 of his $17 million signing bonus within 30 days of executing his contract. The remaining $5 million wasn't payable until April 1st. The Panthers rookies report to training camp July 22nd. So basically, to summarize that, number 1 overall pick doing number 1 overall pick things.
Yep.
Is that too oversimplified?
Yeah.
I kind of think that hits the nail on the head.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'm not worried, man. The Panthers know what they have in Bryce.
Yep.
They already love him. They love his dedication. I'm not worried about this even in the slightest, man.
Right.
By the way, shout out to Kyle, 910 Panther fan. He had to jump out. Kyle, we appreciate you, bro.
Appreciate you, man.
Hey, so, the final stretch of the show here. Boys, who is your most slept on player on the roster right now? So who is a player that is not getting enough, not enough love, not enough spoken about him? Eric, I'm gonna start with you, bro.
I'll say Marquise Haynes. I like the way he emerged last year, and I like to see if he could take an unexpected step that no one was expecting of him.
All right.
So I'll go Marquise Haynes.
Y'all know mine. I said Chuba Hubbard, and I'm gonna stand by that.
I'll take.
Yeah, JJ, go ahead, man.
Oh, all right. I haven't made up my mind yet. Let someone else go.
I got mine.
Yeah, go ahead, Kev.
You already know it's Hayden Hurst. I'm already predicting
That's a good
600
answer.
yards, 6 touchdowns. He's going to have the most touchdowns receiving on this team.
That is a great answer. I'm not mad at that answer at all.
Now I wish I took his answer before he went.
All right, let me see who's next. Kobe, who's your most slept on player, bro?
I think tradition. That's a tradition. Locally with us, I don't think this is the correct answer, but I think nationally they're gonna find out that Miles Sanders coming to the Panthers is gonna be one of the best off-season moves in the entire NFL.
All right.
So I'm gonna have to go with Miles on a national level.
Yeah, they've been talking about him having a down year this year. So
I don't see it.
Yeah.
I mean, he might not get 1,300 total yards, but like I said, if he gets 1,100, I'll
Yeah.
take that 1,200.
If he
Yeah,
still
let me-
breaks the K, he'll be great.
Hey, let me welcome
yours.
Dynasty. Hey, real quick, let me welcome Dynasty King to the show. Dynasty, what's up, bro?
Yo, what's good, man? That's a heavy question. The most slept on player. That's heavy because all players technically on this roster are damn near slept on.
Yep.
Like we're going off the potential of Terrence Marshall. We're going off the potential of Mingo. And all of them are low-key dogs. They all shown it. They just haven't shown it in a full productive year like recently. Like the year before, Mingo was the shit with Matt Corral. No, but you look at the tape. The boy had crazy all over the place hands.
Yep.
The year before, Bryce Young, he won the Heisman. He set records. He was the only team that ever beat Georgia. So if we look at everybody is slept on. Well, my pick is going to be TMJ.
Good answer.
Because, you know what I mean? The reason why I say he slept on, because the boy got skill from back in LSU. Back when he was with the trio, Jamar Chase and Justin Jefferson, and there was times he outshined both of them.
I was going to say, wasn't he just as productive?
Yeah.
He was more productive.
He said no.
Yeah, he was the best of the three, to be technical.
Yeah,
and when he got drafted, he was hurt. The first year he was hurt. Then we had the worst coaching staff on earth. So I want to say him mixed with Thomas Brown and Frank. I think they're gonna bring potential out of him that we didn't see coming. We have our number one. We just had to have a chance to see it come together. That's what I'm gonna call it. TMJ is gonna be our 1,000-yard receiver.
All right. Yo, Dynasty, I recognize your voice, bro. Where I know you from, dog?
Yo, they used to call me Big Mike on the other show when I was kicking it with King. Yeah.
Yeah, I knew I recognized your voice, Mike. Yeah, I appreciate you jumping in, man. Hell yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
real quick.
That's a great point, though. Everything that you just said, man. You know, I even like you throwing out Jonathan Mingo, like just because he's a rookie, just because there's like some other players that's around that were kind of like, you know, we signed them, we think that there might be a bigger deal for us. Like having that rookie quarterback, rookie wide receiver connection, bro, that's gonna be crazy important to the development of both of those men.
Absolutely, because they were saying technically, I'm not saying he's going to be the next AJ Brown, but I heard the man was for his skill level and football IQ, he was past those levels of AJ Brown. So people don't understand DJ Calf, AJ Brown. This is the same school. They produce some receivers. They might not give you a great quarterback, but they'll give you some receivers.
Yo, Cody, I got my answer.
Go ahead, JJ.
I don't think anyone's expecting me to really say this answer, but I think Xavier Woods will be a key part of this defense next year.
Oh, that's a good one. I haven't heard anyone
really,
say
because
Xavier
I think
Woods,
we
man.
can all remember there were multiple times he just dropped picks. I really hope that's not the case this year. You know, he could get a few. I think the whole secondary will actually be better ball hawks than we expect, honestly. But yeah, I think Xavier Woods. Hopefully he can still play up to that contract we gave him. I don't think he was really bad last year, but I mean, like, if he wants to stay for that third year so he doesn't get cut or whatever, I think he'll just be pretty crucial for our secondary to stay intact.
Yeah. No, dude, I don't hear anyone say Xavier Woods. Like, that's another player I feel like most people forgot about. Like,
Yeah,
people
like
forget that he's even
that was
on the
the
team.
first name that came to my mind, but at first I was like, nah, they probably not even gonna like that answer. So that's why I kept thinking, but I was like, I'm gonna stick to it.
Yo,
He's
there
also
was
gonna
Von
teach
Bell. That's a duo.
Jamie Robinson.
That could be a good duo.
Von Bell's another good one. Go ahead, Pickle.
My guy is something that nobody's talking a lot about. I think Tommy Tremble is going to come out and light some people on fire this year. I think he actually.
All right.
I think he actually takes the tight end 2 job. I really do. I think he lights people
I
on
think
fire
so
this year.
too, Pickle.
He needs
I
to
agree
get
with you.
new hands, not bricks for him.
But remember what Tommy Tremble said, man.
Yeah, sometimes better coaching goes a long way.
They never had anyone even teaching them the
Oh yeah,
nuances
that's
of
right. He
route
did say
running
that.
and yeah, man. So it's like I'm
Going out there
excited to see
unprepared.
I'm excited to see the development that we could see from him this year.
He literally said that it's the first time he felt like being coached. That's cold to say.
He did throw straight shade, boy.
Straight shade.
I don't mind it. Matt Rule does nothing but throw shade at us.
Yeah,
and he's been
Matt
fired
Rule
from
catching
months
and
now.
still to this day, what did he say? What kind of fire was Carolina? He said.
I don't even know. I don't have enough memory bank to remember anything that asshole says, bro.
Because the only bad thing we really did was hire him. So, like, that's the shame on Carolina. Why would they do that? Was the laughing stock shit.
I said it before and I'll say it again. His only good move was drafting Icky and starting him at left tackle day one.
It took him 3 damn years to do that.
Exactly. That's his only good move.
Yeah, I mean
that's pathetic that's all he has to show for it.
I have some doubts that somebody didn't twist his arm and say you have to do this.
Yeah, right. Go ahead, Anthony. That camping.
Oh no, I was just gonna say, and even that I remember last year, like that was a debate. Like he was still competing for that job. Like when you're drafted as a top, 6 pick, you got to start immediately, especially when our offensive line like needed help. But my player, because I haven't gone yet, but I'm just gonna say Hayden Hurst. Like shout out to Kevin. I tried drafting him in our fantasy league to trade up, but no one would trade with me. I think Hayden Hurst is going to be a really good piece for our offense. Not talking about the wide receivers, but I think he's just going to be a good safety blanket for, Bryce Young. Any tight end, your rookie year is just going to help you out because they're the most, reliable and catching, especially Hayden Hurst. So I think he's going to be a big part of our offense, moving forward. His numbers might not show it justice, but he's going to be good for like third down situations and stuff like that. And he's a vertical threat. We haven't had a vertical tight end on this team since Greg Olsen, really, since 2018.
Facts.
So that's going to be huge.
Look, the last time he had a vertical threat, he turned it into Zach Ertz. That's scary.
Yeah, and Bryce Young, he threw to Cameron Latu a lot the last 2 years, and like that's something I took away from that. So I knew they were going to go after like a big time, a big free agent tight end. That's something we definitely needed because I don't think Ian Thomas past this season has a future on this team. So, and Hayden's under contract, so he's going to be the future tight end one here.
To add to that, honestly, I kind of forgot about this. Frank Wright's first year as head coach in Indiana, he signed Eric Ebron. He had a career year with Andrew Luck, and made the Pro Bowl and everything. He had a really good year that year. He fell off after, but
And Ebron wanted us to sign him, bro.
Yeah,
Frank
y'all
Wright
remember
has
when Eric
always
Ebron was pounding the table to come to Carolina?
He still is. He still is, but nobody
to the
wants
second.
Yeah,
He dropped
nobody
too
wants
many
him.
balls.
Yeah, it's kind of caught me to a point where I'm saying, okay, dude, you've had all your chances. Your former main head coach don't want your ass. Shut up.
Yeah,
You're done.
Hey, so listen, I know I already gave mine. I said Chuba Hubbard, but damn it, I'm the host of this show. If I want another one, I'll have another one, and I'm going to. And I think another name that people are definitely sleeping on is the man that Bryce is throwing this pass to, and that's Laviska Shenault. That's Laviska Shenault. Just
That's
like
a great answer.
just like when JJ brought up Xavier Woods, and I said, bro, I feel like people forget that Xavier Woods is even on the team. Bro, I feel like people forget that Laviska is even on the team sometimes. Like whenever we're talking about our receivers, the names that we mention are Terrace Marshall Jr., DJ Chark, Adam Thielen, and Jonathan Mingo. But like no one really even mentions Laviska as a weapon. They intend to use him more in a Deebo Samuel type of role. But it also seems as though they're trying to use him more in downfield, type of attacks. And I think that's exciting considering that he's been bulking up. We have a lot of size and strength at our receiver position. And that's why I'm so optimistic about them. All that physical talent, to me, with a quarterback that can deliver the ball, bro, this could be dynamic, man. I really do think so. A dynamic offense. Woo! Look at him zip that thing, bro.
I'm not against that answer at all.
He basically
especially with
has
the Debo
nothing.
package. If he's getting the ball in the backfield and out wide, like he could be a Swiss Army knife all season.
Yeah.
Especially like his potential because we have a better play caller than years past.
I'm calling it right now. He's going to take Chuba Hubbard's spot for running back 2.
Absolutely endorse it.
I would be 100% with all of that.
I've been
He's
saying
probably
that.
the best power back we got on his roster.
Well, I
I've
got
been
another
saying
one.
that, and I'm not mad at it because I've been advocating for him to
Oh,
make that move.
I think Blackshear's
still
gonna be
here?
number 2.
Oh, Blackshear, okay.
I remember Deez yesterday told me to bring this up because I saw a
Now,
post that
D said he was coming back. I'm sorry to interrupt you, JJ. D
No, you're
posted
good.
in the leak chat that his earbuds went dead and he has to charge them up before he gets back on.
Okay.
Because I saw a stat. I also put it in the chat yesterday. They said like maybe it was last year. I'm assuming that 18% of our roster was like undrafted, or our starters were undrafted. 18% of them, and he was kind of in disbelief. So he wanted me to bring that up today. It was tied for second highest in the NFL.
Hey, JJ, if I get tickets to the Cowboys game, we got to link up, bro.
Bro, I'm not even going. That's a long stretch. Like we might have to split on that then, if we want to buy 2 tickets for that, because it's like almost $800 for that shit.
Bro, you only live once, JJ.
I know, right?
You would never forget that shit
Bro,
as long as you live,
shit,
man.
I thought you were already going to the game.
Like that was my plan, but then like from my first time checking the prices to my second, they basically doubled, and I was like,
$800
man,
a ticket
for 2 tickets, but still, I gotta drive like
damn.
6 7 hours there, you know, like
He's also talking about Jerry's World, people.
no,
The
no, no.
Cowboys
It's in
are
Charlotte.
travel, bro.
Hey,
It's
you're
in
driving
Charlotte.
6 hours, so you're
Yeah, no,
basically
it
going
is
to
in
have to stay in a
Charlotte. It is
couple
in
hotels.
Yeah,
Damn.
but I mean, like,
I
you could get
understand
free
that.
hotels,
That's a lot
but
of money.
that exactly that's a lot. That's almost $1,000 for the trip, you know, like.
Easy.
Yeah.
I'm going to the opening, week 1, Atlanta.
I'm
But
thinking
thinking
about
about
going there
it.
for
it's
that.
a once in a lifetime trip.
Cause
Just imagine you
those
spend all that money, you go on there, you're hyped up, and Bryce Young whips the Cowboys. The Panthers whip the Cowboys, and it's 50-0 in Jerry's World. JJ comes out, throws Ohio State under the bus, and said, "I will always be an Alabama fan." Maybe not, but yeah, maybe not. But anyway,
Yeah, you're tripping.
yeah,
wild.
that was kind
Kevin, I
of
was thinking
way
about
out
going
there,
to
wasn't it?
that. It was pickle, no
Past this
cap.
old man's bedtime.
I
Dude,
still
that
might go to the season opener, Kevin. You
My
know, if
fault.
I
That was
do,
really loud.
we'll definitely link up.
I'm
I'm also going, huh?
Oh, in Atlanta?
yeah.
Yeah, oh
and,
yeah, for sure.
And I'm sitting in Sweet Caroline, and I'm
Dude, I
videotaping the entire crowd.
Kev, you're going to the opener, right?
Yeah, week 1.
You already got the tickets and everything?
Yeah.
I bought my tickets for the Titans game.
Cody,
you know,
have you got your ticket for that game?
so I'm going to Tennessee. I'm
I
ready for
still
that
might
one.
go to the honor ceremony with Moose and Pep. Thinking about buying tickets.
Which game
I
is
can't
that?
miss the first home
Texans
game.
It's Houston.
I'm going
Okay,
to that.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, Kev, I was just gonna say, like, I should have sent you this TikTok, like, guys in Atlanta traffic were like playing tennis on the side of the road, bro. Like, dude, that traffic is crazy, bro. So make sure to get there early.
Yeah. I have a friend who I
Do
shout
you?
out name,
Ooh.
who has
You have a friend.
PSLs. Yeah, I have a friend who dipshit. Shut up. Don't interrupt me. I'll drop you out of the show. Who has PSLs. So I'm going to Monday Night Football against the Saints.
Absolutely.
But I'm trying to go to some more. So I'm going to keep y'all posted and let y'all know if your boy ends up showing up. Man,
There's a
look,
couple I want.
Now, look, this man has the audacity to show up at the last hour of the show. Literally, there's like, it's 10 o'clock, and this man just decides to jump on. But I'm going to let him say his piece. My man from the 704 Charlotte Bound Show. Twan Don, how dare you jump on at 10,
Hey,
bro?
man.
What are you doing to me right now, dog?
What's up, Twan?
I just woke up and hey, look, my birthday is tomorrow.
Happy birthday.
I'm getting started early and I'm turning the big 5-0, man. You know.
I was about to say, damn, you turning 75, bro?
I'm sorry, man. I know from experience.
Happy
when
birthday,
you hit that,
Twan.
it's straight downhill. Look,
Appreciate it, man.
Damn, you said 50?
Yeah.
yeah, see, JJ, he's over twice as old as you are.
Yeah, I'm glad to be under twice as young as you.
You don't look it either, Twan. You don't look it, brother.
Oh, no. Everybody tells me. You know, black don't crack, man.
Yo,
That's
Twan,
facts.
do you remember? Yo, Twan, I bet you remember when we landed on the moon, bro. You were already 34 years old out here.
I'm old as dirt now, man. I'm old as dirt. I used to always joke about my mom every year getting older, and like now, you know. But look, man, I'm gonna tell you, like, it's a beauty in this shit because
Oh, yeah.
statistics says that I shouldn't be around. You know what I'm saying? And the way I grew up says I shouldn't be around, and you know, man, I'm having a blast in my life at 50 years old. I'm glad to be able to see it. There's a lot of people that didn't get to see this 50 years old, man. So I'm
Hey,
good.
can I say something else since we're on
Yeah.
the topic? Since we're on the topic, people have to start or have to stop speaking age onto themselves.
Right.
Like, I hear people in their 20s and 30s being like, "Oh man, I'm so old now." Bro, no, the fuck you not.
I'm young
You
as
know,
hell.
you know how many people in their 40s and 50s would love to be in their 20s and 30s again?
Hell
Like, bro,
yeah.
it's all about perspective. I am
Right.
33 years young, going
Mhm.
on 24, and that's the mindset that everybody should have, bro.
Hey Twan, all jokes aside though, you enjoy your time tomorrow, man. That's great to have
Yeah,
you on
man. I
Saturday.
appreciate it, bro.
Hell
You
yeah.
know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah.
Man,
Yeah, shout out Twan, bro.
Facts.
Shout out Twan. He's the man, man. Shout out Twan. Check out the 704 Charlotte Bound Show. You already know there's some great content going around there. Make sure to check out his channel and happy birthday to Twan, man.
Yeah,
appreciate that, man.
and shout out to his man Ray Pabone who was on earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, Ray was here earlier? Okay.
Yeah, man. Ray hopped
Yeah,
in.
man.
And Claire was in the chat room.
Well, I told him, I said, C3 is like that's family to us. I said, so make sure you guys show up over there and go over there, show those guys love on Friday FIFA, man.
Yes, sir.
You know,
They did.
it's just,
They did.
every time we've ever asked C3 to do anything with us, I mean, it was quickly, yes, let's do it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And we're gonna do even more collaborations as the season comes even closer, bro. So hey, man. Hey, like I said, I got love for all the Panthers.
Shout out to Mortis
content
and his
creators.
birthday too, man.
Yeah, and hey, by the way, popping bullets.
Happy birthday.
Yeah, popping bullets from Black Cat Panther Podcast in the chat room. What's up, popping? Appreciate you, bro.
Yeah, man. Oh, he said enjoy the blue pills.
Yo, Pop is wild, bro.
Yeah.
Pop is wild.
I'm celebrating the whole weekend, man. You know, my birthday is actually July 16th on Sunday, but I'm celebrating it tomorrow and today. So I just woke up
Nothing
when I
wrong with
saw you. I was like, shit, I missed Friday free fall, bro.
Hey, what you sipping on, Twan?
Douce.
That do say to myself. All right, I like that.
Man.
I like
Hey, what
that.
I missed? What did y'all talk about tonight?
Bro, what haven't we talked about? What are you saying right now? I mean, basically,
Yeah.
we're just fighting
Right.
about like. I mean, yeah. Oh, how about this? No, this is a good one, Twan. I'll let you give your top 5 most valuable Carolina Panthers on the team right now.
Oh,
who is the most valuable to the Carolina Panthers? And I need them in order from 1 to 5.
I'm glad you said it right now. You would have said ever. I'm like, man, why are you doing this to me?
Nah,
No,
just right
no,
now.
no,
Just
no, no.
who is the most valuable to the Panthers right now?
Who do you think?
Yeah, it's tough.
At number 5, Frankie Louisville.
Okay.
I might have to move something around before I'm done.
Louisville almost broke the tackle for loss record last season. Good one, Twan.
Number 4.
Yes, he did. Man, you can tell Twan's getting old. He's taking his time, bro. He's like, yo,
He just woke up.
He's like, yo, don't
I just
rush
don't want to
me,
get
man.
this wrong, bro.
Hey, man, but that's what I'm saying.
We've
There
heard
really-
everything.
There really is no wrong.
No
my
wrong
top,
answers.
Twan, my man,
All right.
my number 1 guy was Cade Mays. Just a fact.
Wow.
So
Yeah. You can't be wrong.
All right,
You're
okay,
good.
okay. So number 5, Akeem Aquanu. Number 4,
Yes, sir.
Frankie Louisville.
Okay.
Number 3, believe it or not, I'm gonna say Bradley Bozeman.
I'm at 4.
Yes.
Because he's gonna protect, Bryce, back there too. And number 2 is JC Horn, and the most valuable player on our team is gonna be Bryce Young.
Boom.
No Brian Burns?
See, I did the same thing,
No.
Twan. I left Burns out, but I didn't mean to.
Well, I mean, when you say most valuable, I mean Burns gonna get his.
Yeah.
When I think valuable, I'm meaning somebody's got to do something out of the norm and be even better.
Gotcha.
Well, you know who I left off of my list, Twan?
Yeah.
I left off Derek Brown. And so
Shit, me
did you.
too.
I left off.
Because I mean they already bring value to the team. I mean, like they gonna do what they do.
The
So
most
like shit. I mean, yeah, they are valuable. I mean,
the most valuable player on our team.
that's just hard, man. It's hard.
It is hard.
The most valuable player on our team is Bryce Christopher Young.
Let's go.
Hey, Anthony, were you here when we gave our top 5?
Nah, bro, I wasn't.
All right, well then go ahead, give me your top 5 then.
Give her up.
All right, it's probably similar to like what I get on the Twandon versus Anthony. Anyone also check that out if you haven't checked that out. It's a great show. But I'll go 5 here. Number 5, Akim Ekwonu. Number 4, Bradley Bozeman. Number 3, Jason Horn. Number 2, Brian Burns. And number 1, Bryce Christopher Young.
Yeah,
the truth.
That's a dope list.
Our lists are very similar. My list was Bryce Young number 1, Brian Burns number 2, J.C. Horn number 3, Akim Ekwonu number 4, and Bradley Bozeman number 5.
That's a dope list.
You could even argue Frankie Louvu because he's probably, I mean, we have to sign him after this year, and I want him back. Like, one of my favorite players on the whole team. Like, I may get his jersey, bro. I love Frankie Louvu.
Dylon, and Dylon, because he's
undefeated.
Dylon.
Chin gets 100 tackles. He misses everybody's list up.
Yeah, definitely.
Bryce Young's gonna need a safety blanket.
Wait, say that one more time, JJ.
I said honorable mention to Hayden Hurst because Bryce Young's gonna need a safety blanket. I think he and Miles Sanders are we're gonna be like, man, we're so glad we signed those two like midway through the season.
Yeah. No, I agree. I agree 1,000%.
Poppin' beauty.
Miles Sanders and Hayden Hurst, that's going to be the safety valve for Bryce. I think when we're going to be aggressive, it'll be the trio of Terrace Marshall Jr., Jonathan Mingo, and DJ Chark. When I think that we're going to gash you across the middle, it'll be Adam Thielen, Laviska Shenault, and Miles Sanders.
Bro, I told
Cody in his bag.
I told in the spaces, I told Pickle this and D's. I told them like, hey, listen, if you don't want to sign Cam Peoples to the roster throughout the season, you can always sign a veteran running back too, like for more room, for more depth in that room, like a Kareem Hunt or something like that to a cheap contract. Because you look at these contracts, like Saquon Barkley can't even get like $14 million a year. So like, imagine what you could sign another guy if you need. Like, I'm not saying we need that, but I'm saying it's always good to have other guys in the room to, create diversity. Just every other running back brings something different to the table.
So who was he just talking about?
Like Kareem Hunt so I'm a big fan of Cam Peoples from App State because he's like a big bruiser. I know he may not make the roster, but like based on his
I think he will.
Yeah, based on his preseason play, like that's a guy you can keep on the roster, bro, because I think he's undrafted.
How you guys feel about going to go get Ezekiel Elliott?
Hell no.
Like,
yo, that man is slower than a tortoise, bro.
Nah, he looks good though. Like you seen the videos and they've been putting out on him. He looks good.
I did, Twan. I did.
He really. Hey, tell him, Deez, he looks good, man.
Yeah, he
maybe
does.
this didn't work out in Dallas.
Hey, real quick, let me welcome my man Chuck to the Friday free for all. Him and his little kid. What's up, Chuck?
Man, how's it going?
What's up, bro? How you doing, man?
It's good, man. It's good, man. I'm just going to say quick things. I got to go back.
No problem.
One, I'm trying to go to the Monday Night Football game. Whoever trying to go, just hit me up. I'll be out there. Two, the one thing I think is going to be a breakout player, I think Frankie Louvu. I think, honestly, the one mistake that our GM made was making him be on the inside. I think he should be an outside linebacker. I think he's going to be a star. So, yeah, I think Fitterer made a mistake and made him inside. I think he should be outside. That's all I got.
All right.
Hey, go get your save some money, and I'm trying to tell you, you're gonna want to get a Louvu jersey this year.
Yeah.
Hey, Chuck, now that you're on here, bro, I've been asking people their top 5 most valuable Carolina Panthers players that are on the roster. So just like going into next year, who are the most valuable players on the team in order from 1 to 5, or you can go 5 to 1. But number 1 being the most valuable, 5 being the least, but still top 5 most valuable. Who
Brian,
would your list be, Chuck?
Brian Burns, Icky, J.C. Horn, Bryce Young, Miles Sanders.
Oh, all right. Not a bad list. Not a bad list. Also had Bryce a little bit lower than everybody else. A lot of people have Bryce at number 1.
I didn't even have him on the man. I'm surprised y'all didn't really have nothing to say about that.
I can't
I mean,
again, JJ, nobody's surprised at you saying that, bro.
I think
the reason why you gonna put Bryce Young at number 1, I put him there because he's our quarterback.
He's the franchise.
He's
Yeah,
always got to be the most important person.
as the quarterback, he is the franchise. Man. Like that kind of goes without saying at this point, you know.
Yeah.
But damn, y'all.
That was some solid list across the board. Like nobody's was.
I think so too.
Out of
Yeah.
all the lists we heard, I couldn't say anybody's was wrong.
Nope.
Yeah, I thought that those are all great lists, man. This has been a great show today, man. Like, even when there's no news, the Friday free for all will come with the fire, boy. Like, that's what we do over here, man. It's a show for the fans, by the fans. This is what we do, man. We talk about the Carolina Panthers. We let everybody's voice be heard. You know, I mean, that was the whole ethos of this show when I pitched it to Tony. We had the cat calls on Tuesday, but I said, let's give people even more of a platform to make their voice feel heard. And I think that we've accomplished that over here in the Friday Free For All, bro. So I appreciate everybody for coming and hanging out. Real quick, let me hit y'all with one of these things. Subscribe your thing, people. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe, hit that notification bell for every single time the C3 Panthers podcast goes live. Gentlemen, if you know how we do around here, when we close out the show, I give everybody an opportunity to give their final words before we depart until the next Friday Free For All. So I'm going to go around to each and every one of you, and I'm going to let you speak your piece, man, and say your final thoughts on the show today, your team, whatever you want to say, man. I am going to start with my man, Eric. Eric, talk to me, bro. Give me some final thoughts for the show, man.
Today was a great show. I love the discussion, and all I'm going to say is I can't wait for the season to start. I'm hyped.
Same.
Thank you,
I'm
Eric.
pumped. Super pumped up, man. This is the most excited I've been going into a Panthers football season in a very long time. So
For good reason. For good reason.
100% for good reason. Next up, my man Kobe. He's become one of my bros on Twitter. Kobe, I appreciate you for jumping on the show again, man. You know we're always happy to have you. Give us some final thoughts and final words for the show, man.
Man, I appreciate it. It's been a real good deal. I enjoy getting close with y'all and doing these shows, man. The hours just roll by like tonight. I can't believe it started 10 o'clock. Felt like we just
I
got
know,
on here.
man.
It's been a great time. It's a great dialect. But I don't know. I'm going to just keep it short. And I know it's really early to say this, and I'm not saying we could even win anything this year, but it just feels like there's something special in the air and everything can just gel and mesh together. We could have a special season even in year 1.
Tell him, Cole. Tell him.
Year one. I like that. I like that all day, damn it. I like that. Yo, next up, my man. He came in late, but hey, man, better late than never. He runs the 704 Charlotte Bound show. You know him and love him. Twan Don. Give me your final thoughts for the show today, my bro.
Yeah, man. I'm sorry I was late. So forgive me on my tardiness.
It's all good, bro.
704 Charlie Brown Show. Make sure you guys go like, subscribe. Doing a lot of great shows now. Glad to be here on this earth. You know what I'm saying? And support. Special shout out to support. A lot of Panthers fans out here doing things that are non-podcast forms, like different art and things like that. Hey, look, man! Shout out to D's L Skills and Aries Claire. They out here. Look, they doing the art. They're doing the art with the Carolina Panthers. Like that's another piece of what we do is art and things that you can hang on your wall, man. So like patronize both of them. If you want to get something done with Panthers, something different, then look them up. Look at their artwork on Twitter and wherever they place it. You know, so I want to shine a light on them, these artists that's behind the scenes. Everybody doesn't do things by talking on podcasts. Some people use their hands and things like that. And Diesel Skills, Claire, and other artists out here that are doing the art from the Carolina Panthers side, man, like they got a voice too, man. And so I want to shine the light on them. You know, make sure you check out their pieces and support them, man.
Absolutely, man.
Yeah.
One of my favorite sayings
awesome.
is the
Thank you,
rising tide lifts all boats.
Yeah.
So support Panthers podcasters, man. That's
Yeah.
what we do. You know, we ain't got no haterism over here, man. We want everybody to be successful and get all these likes and subscribers possible. Appreciate
And I'm
you,
about to
Twan.
turn 50, bitch.
Hey,
Happy birthday,
Happy birthday, Twan.
Hey, how many? Hey, what's 100 years? A century?
Yeah.
So you're half a century old, bro.
Dude,
Yeah, I definitely got less summers in my future.
Enjoy it, man. Enjoy it.
Yeah,
That's what
man.
it is.
Thank you.
Hey, happy birthday, Big Twan. I appreciate you,
Appreciate
brother.
it,
Happy birthday. Next up, my big homie. He always brings the controversial takes and topics to the show, and he makes the show better for it, whether you love him or hate him. My guy, JJ.
Damn.
JJ, give me your final thoughts for the show, bro, and tell me what you're thinking, man.
Well, first, shout out to Pickle and D's. Come over on Twitter. Follow them at Panther Pickle and D's EO Skills. Join us on Spaces at any time. We go there on Mondays and Thursdays, hopefully in the afternoons. Never feel shy to come up here and share your Panther topics and opinions. Always join the Friday free for all. Call in if you want on Tuesdays. We all invite everyone. It's always a blast up here. And because I know I always seem like a negative Nancy, Cody, you know how I feel though. Jonathan Mingo's wide receiver 1. I'm just not that high in Adam Thielen specifically.
I hear you, bro.
Oh,
shout
also,
out JJ, man. Shout out JJ.
Good
Bryce
show today,
Young, by the
JJ.
way. Like I know Greg completely was like, oh, if he doesn't get 5K and 30 plus, and man, my prediction for him was 25 touchdowns and 13 interceptions. 4K though. He gonna hit 4K though.
Okay, it's good.
He's the truth.
All right.
As G Baby say.
I like
And
that.
shout
Tell him,
out
JJ.
again to Juan turning 50, man. That's a big 5-0.
Appreciate
Yeah,
it.
man,
Appreciate
that
it.
is a big
Appreciate it.
deal. That is a big deal.
Yeah.
Next up, my man, Anthony Piccarello. He likes to make fun of me and say I can't draft worth a damn.
You
But I
can't.
don't care, man. I don't care. Hey, yo, you
can't.
shut up, Kev. Ain't no one talking to your ass right
Oh
now.
man, I didn't even see Kevin in here, man. Why you talking to his brother?
Yo, wait your turn, son.
Did you have an espresso martini?
Oh, Commander over there. Good grief, bro.
Fancy Commander.
Bro, Anthony,
Called you a cock
give me your final thoughts. Give me your final thoughts for the show today, bro.
Hey man, you know I love you deep down. I just love fucking around with you. But seriously, man, hey, another great show. C3, you know where it's at. Check us out every single Friday and Tuesday. You already know the community is growing. Check out the Twitter Spaces. Twice a week, we're doing great at I know I've been working, so I haven't been able to be there. Shout out Twan, happy 50th birthday. That's one of my
Appreciate that, bro.
Yeah, one of my
Thank you.
brothers, community of the Panthers. Also shout out Bryce Christopher Young. I'm still your second greatest fan ever, and you will be a great quarterback. I don't want to be disappointed, but we'll see what happens. I mean, I have great hopes for this team for the future, and I think we're gonna win our first Super Bowl with them. So we'll see what happens with that. I'm not even gonna say where you can find me because most people know where I am already. I'm arguing on Twitter every day if anyone even still uses that app. But yeah, you already know.
I do.
Yeah. Shout out JJ. Me and JJ, like, we butt heads a lot, but at the end of the day, we agree on some stuff. But fuck the Hornets still. Fuck the Hornets.
All day.
Hey, Brandon Miller season, bro. He gonna prove everyone wrong.
Basketball player.
Hey, I'm not a fan of this Brandon Miller jersey.
Even Pickles said fuck the
I'll
Hornets.
be
Hey,
here.
Fuck everyone.
Hey,
All them basketball players.
hey, look. I have to give one
Dumbass
last
bumblebees.
my one last plug, bro. These are my favorite shirts that we have ever put out ever.
Cold.
Ever.
Those are dope,
If
man.
you are,
Gotta
if
give
you
me
are,
one.
if you are a fan of the C3 Panthers podcast, bro, Carolina Chronicles.com. Go to shop. $22, bro. We are repping C3 all year this year, bro. We're gonna have this in white as well. So we're gonna have the white and blue as well as the black and blue. Hey man, that helps us support, the website.
You gotta do the blue on black, man.
Yeah, man, dude, we're doing it all, man. So if you would like to support the show, CarolinaCatChronicles.com. Get you a brand new coffee mug. Pickle, you still have it?
Nah, put it up, buddy.
All right, you're good. Well, hey, man.
Yeah.
Check
Who
out
designed that shirt, man?
This is
Greg.
the bat daddy right here. Greg is
Oh,
the one
okay.
that
I see
that
it.
threw
Clean.
this one together, man.
Very, very clean. I love it.
Hey,
Yes,
look, I
sir.
want to. I'm telling y'all right now, no joke. I want to get a Diesel Skills edition when y'all move up.
Oh yeah, man. Hey, dude, at some point, we're trying to do a Panther Pickle shirt. We're trying to get
Yeah.
everybody. We're trying to make everybody feel a little bit of love
That's what's up,
over
man.
here at the C3. Look.
Hey, I'm about to order. I gotta order that mug and the "You Make Me Fucking Sick" shirt. That is, I mean, that's dope.
Yes.
Oh,
I'll
y'all
be
got a
drink-
G baby shirt.
Yeah, G
drinking
baby
my-
got
Yeah.
They got two of them.
Yeah, we got two of them. Twan, what you mean? We got
Oh,
make me
man,
fucking
that's
sick.
cool, bro. That's cool. That's cool.
But for real, I gotta
And we got
dip.
this one.
I'm with one of my homies right now, but I gotta show my love, man. I love C3. I love the podcast, the best Panther pod on the internet. Anthony out. Go Panthers, go Niners,
Anthony.
and go Lakers, man. Fuck the Hornets. You already know what's up. And let's get it popping.
Brandon Miller season.
I'll see
Wait.
y'all boys this Friday, all right?
All right, peace
Anthony,
and love,
hey, Anthony
Have a
trying to
great
tell
day,
y'all,
bro.
Anthony got his ladies waiting on him. It ain't
Nah,
his
he
friends.
wants to
Don't
sing that
don't
he
listen to
does.
that friend shit. He got his
wants
ladies
to
waiting on him.
sing that he does. But
All
all right,
right,
Ant,
boys.
you're the man, bro. Appreciate you.
Yeah, stay
appreciate
safe.
you.
All right.
Yep.
The only reason why basketball players don't play football is they can't handle the contact.
That's insane. They make more money.
They wusses.
I'm sure.
You know what? Basketball players
we
are
are not
pussies.
doing
and they
this
can't handle
today.
the contact.
We are
Terry.
not doing this at the
I
very
never
end.
Pickle's right. I
Y'all
never
better
understood
put
why
that
basketball
shit in your
players get paid
back
more than football
pocket.
players. I never understood that.
Less spots.
I never understood that.
All right, so look, man.
Basketball players suck better.
They account more for the team.
All right, everybody, shut the fuck up. We're moving on. God damn it.
Love you, Cody.
All right, look. All right.
Shut the hell up.
Yeah.
So we got to get this Diesel Skills.
You heard him, Pickle. Shut the hell up.
I'm channeling my inner Panther Pickle and telling everybody to shut the hell up.
Shut the hell up.
Shut the hell up.
We got to
All
get that on the shirt.
Yeah, no, yeah,
That's
you're
Yeah,
right.
we do.
You know what you got to do? Tony got to get that. Tony got to get down on that little keyboard he plays with on Tuesday.
Yeah.
Oh my God, yeah.
Yeah.
That's what you need to do. I want to hear that. Shut the hell up.
Yeah,
Come on,
yeah,
we're
yeah. No, that's a great idea.
Ah!
That's a great idea. We need that as a drop, Pickle.
Every time
Cody,
you get on a rant, Tony goes, "Shut the hell up! Shut the hell up!"
That's perfect. No, we're gonna make that happen, Pickle. That's my word. That's a great idea. Next up, my man, White Chocolate Espresso. You know, he likes to come in and talk a lot
Tell
of
the truth.
bullshit. But I mean, yeah, he's all right in my book. So, Kev,
Bruh.
give me your final thoughts for the show today, bro. What are you thinking?
First of all, happy birthday to Twan. Definitely appreciate it.
Yes. Thank you, bro.
Yeah, you can find me at White Chalk Espresso on Twitter. I'll be at the training camp on the 29th. I hope to see a bunch of y'all. And on a serious note, you know, Cody does suck at fantasy football.
But
Man.
you better get your ass out of here, though.
I was worried about Panther Pickle, but no, it turns out Cody was the worst one to worry about.
Bro, wait until I smack the shit out of y'all this year, bro.
You ain't
Hey
doing
man,
It's
that.
about to
epic.
happen.
It's epic when White Chocolate Espresso and Cody go at it, bro. Like
Bro.
it's epic.
Bro, this
It
damn
is.
can't. Yo, I went to a Sam's Club, but I went to the one in Rock Hill, South Carolina, because it's like a 20-minute drive interstate all the way. And dude, they had a bunch of Clemson stuff right next to all the South Carolina stuff. And I'm like, bro, what the fuck are they doing here, man? Like,
Yeah,
this
this
is
is
like,
Rock Hill.
yeah, I know this is like sacrilegious that they would put that bullshit team.
Well, one team
That
beat the
orange,
other
that
team.
orange
That's
shit
why.
ain't gonna sell.
Real team, you know what I'm saying?
One team beat the other team. That's why.
Yeah, man.
Me.
Yeah, for the
Here
first
we
time in a
go.
decade.
That
And neither
orange,
team made the playoffs.
Shane
Kev,
Bieber.
Kev, that
Cry
orange
away.
sickle shit ain't gonna sell.
Bro,
Sherbert having ass.
bro, y'all piss me off. Y'all piss me off for real.
Fucking orange sherbet.
Next up is a living legend around these parts. You know him and love him. He will probably be our next T-shirt. Panther Pickle. Give me some final words for the Friday free for all, brother.
It ain't long, folks, that you're going to see football. It ain't long you're going to see
A
training
month.
camp.
A month.
Praise
All right.
God, Pickle.
Now, we'll learn a lot in preseason this year. This year is probably one of the most, or if not the most important preseason we've had. It's definitely the most important preseason we've had in probably a decade. Okay, because you have to. This preseason, everybody's got to pull up their perches and come out and play like a man. They got to play like they want their job. Don't matter unless you're Bryce Young or Jonathan Mingo. You got to walk out on that football field. You got to prove you want that job because they're not handing it out to everybody. Some of these guys, the guys I just named, Brian Burns, we know they're going to show up. We know they're going to play out. The guys drafted last year. So what? You still might get cut this year. Guys drafted this year, you might get cut this year. Rookies, veterans, it's time to walk out and show who you are. And if you don't want to, you think you shouldn't have to play hard, you ain't gonna have a job with Carolina.
Get them.
Tell them like it is, Pickle. Preach the good word to them, my brother.
You cannot bring your B game to this team, bro.
And you know
You're
what?
gonna be
On
outta
that
here.
note, Pickle, I feel like the players are going to be the ones implementing that standard.
Right.
I feel like the players are going to demand more from one another.
Right.
And I love that. I love that with every fiber of my being, man. Straight up. I always leave this man for last because he always has the best exits out of everybody. And my man Don, I hope I'm not putting too much pressure on you, brother, but you know what they say about pressure? It makes diamonds. So I'm going to let you shine right now. Tell them what they need to hear, bro.
Well, I gotta start with Mr. Twan Don and wish him a really super happy 50th birthday. Man, that's a milestone. I can't say thank you enough. You have done nothing but reach down and pick me up and support me all week long, dude. And that kind of support coming from you, brother, it keeps me going, man. It motivates me. It makes me want to make my next benediction, in your words. It makes me want to make my next piece of Panthers artwork. It makes me want to host my next space with Panther Pickle and the rest of the crew from C3. Man, that kind of support from you personally and the 704 Charlotte Bound podcast, I just wanted to say thank you. And I appreciate it. And it's not overlooked. And I just want you to know how much it means to me. And for whatever it does mean to you, I wish you nothing but the best on your 50th birthday, brother.
Thank you, brother. Trying to make me cry, man.
Yeah,
Cut it out.
You're about to make me choke up in here, man. Damn.
Nah, not
Who
at
cut
all.
the
I'm
onions
just,
up around here, man? Who cut the onions?
Yeah, who
nah,
cut the onions, bro?
no,
man.
all
He's
week
just
long.
scared. He's
All
dope,
week
bro.
long.
He's dope,
He's
man.
been
He's dope.
he's been in my noties all week long, Twan,
Yeah.
man. I see you, and I don't know what I did, brother, but if there's anything I can do to support you or help you in the 704, man, you just let me know, because I appreciate it. It means a lot to me, and you keep me pumped up, brother, and I appreciate you. Moving on to C3. Let's talk about all the awesome things we've got going on in here. What Cody's been talking about for the last 20 minutes, he's been talking about that C3 community. And we're not doing anything else right now but begging you to come and be a part of this C3 community. Hell, we're begging you to come be a part of the 704 Charlotte Bound community, because they've been with us here all night long, just as they've been from the get-go. And let's get together and let's rock this season together, whether it's with the 704 or whether it's the C3. It doesn't make any difference. We've got plenty of opportunities for you guys to come and participate each and every week. You can come in on Monday nights. Monday nights, Pickle and other hosts from the C3 Nation will be hosting a space sometime between 3 and 7. We're just getting started, and we're early in it. But we can have up to 10 speakers. We had some new people come in and speak last night. Were they affiliated with C3? Were they in the C3 Army? Absolutely not. But they got to be a part of the show in our spaces, and we want to hear your Panthers opinion. And that's on Monday. Tuesday night calls. Call into the show, 252-228-5098. Make your cat call. Make Tony and Cody comment on your call and your Panthers opinion on Tuesday night. Moving on to Thursday, that you'll see us again in the spaces on Twitter. Come be a part of that. Me and Panther Pickle want somebody else to talk. We talk too much already. We already know that. And that's on Thursday night. Sometime between 3 and 7. Shoot, sometimes we yell too much. And then on Friday, and just like you saw Chuck pop in here. Chuck popped in here with his beautiful little baby girl. And he popped in here for about 2 minutes, and he said what he had to say about the Panthers. And that's all that we expect from you. Just come in, like, subscribe. If you've got something to say, come share it with the rest of us. We're not going to boo you out of here. Just like everybody named their 5 most valuable Panthers tonight. Great topic by Mr. Cody. It's okay. We appreciate your opinion. We want you to be a part of this podcast and what we're doing and what we're building here. It's a community once again, and we want your participation, whether that's a like, that's a subscribe, that's a share, or if you're just an absolute freaking fanatic like I am, come help us. Let's go and let's have some fun. The Panthers are on the right track, and we're going to have a great season this year. I want to thank everyone that's been a part of the panel tonight and been a part of the C3 Panthers podcast. You guys are nothing but great friends to have, and I appreciate every one of you, and I can't tell all of you in this limited time how much you mean to me. Good night, and thank you from C3.
Yeah.
Damn.
And that's why I let that man go last every Friday. He hits a grand slam like it ain't nothing, bro. Like it was a T-ball pitch. Don,
This dude is a fucking motivational speaker.
Man,
I'm ready to
bro, we need
started.
We need to make a shirt, and only one shirt that goes to Don and it says C3 brand ambassador. Because that's what
Boy.
that man is. That is the brand ambassador, brother. You know we love you, man. You're doing an excellent job every single day on
I want
Twitter.
the D's. I want the DZ skills exclusive.
Yeah, bro. We gotta get them Diesel Skills shirts, bro. Yo, that needs
I'm
to
crocheting
happen
a cake right
pronto.
now.
Yeah.
Hey man,
Bro,
everybody
hey,
have a shot of something or drink something for me this weekend, bro.
that's
You
it.
know what I'm saying? Hold your glasses high right now. I salute all of y'all, man. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Pickle could probably tell you. Hey, Pickle, how old are you right now?
55.
Pickle, how did you feel when you turned 50, man? Look, tell him, like, life. Man, we just glad to be here, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
We're glad to be here, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot. This world is different now. And look, man, Pickle, we survived COVID. We survived COVID. We survived all the natural disasters and shit that's happened in this place. You know?
We
Yeah, man.
survived an era without cell phones or internet.
Yeah, that's some hard shit.
Well, you had to go get your football, you get your football updates on the radio or the newspaper.
Yeah. We come
They
from
had
the
to
era
use their
where your
imagination to whack
your
it.
home cordless phone was the cell phone. You just couldn't go too far.
Yo, we need to get a Panther Pickle Twandon podcast called Back in My Day.
Yeah.
Grumpy old men.
Back in my day, we had to get news from the radio.
Bro, hey, look, it's real.
Me and Twan to be talking about football stories. Y'all to be like, who the hell is this? And you'll be
Yeah,
Googling
bro.
20 people.
So, y'all don't know the horror. Y'all don't know the horror of 3 channels: ABC, NBC, and CBS, and then that top row where you just had like all them tiny digits. You know, you can only pick up 2 channels, and the
I'ma be
flyers
real,
you
that
put on
sounds
that
pretty
shit.
that sounds pretty terrible, bro. I'm not gonna lie
Yeah.
to you.
No lie. I was
go
before the
outside and
remote
play.
control.
How about that?
Yeah, go
I was born.
I kid you not, when I was 10 years old, 10 or 11 years old, I was the oldest in my house. And Dad said, I've got to watch the end of this movie. And I said, okay. He said, put your shoes on, go out and hold that antenna up. And this is at midnight. I'd go out there at midnight, hold the antenna up like this. So Dad could have watched the last 10 minutes of that movie he was watching.
You know what's crazy is like I've been celebrating a lot of 50 birthdays because when you go to high school and stuff, then you know your graduating class, everybody's celebrating their 50. You know what I'm saying? So and then when you look back and see that, like, I mean, I'm from New York, you know what I'm saying? And I'm just like, man, I thank God for being here because a lot of people I went to high school with died at early ages. They're not here no more, man.
Yeah. I just went
Hey
to a
man, you know
funeral.
what? That's a lesson to be thankful for the breath that you draw every
Every day, bro.
because you could certainly not have it, man. Well, hey man, listen.
There's a friend I went to school with, and he was a friend for a little while, and then he thought he was better than everybody else. And I found out recently that he lost everybody that he loved during COVID.
Damn.
Yeah,
everybody.
Shit sucks.
And
a lot of people have that
he
story.
lives by himself, and he sent out a bunch of emails and messages to all the folks over the years that he had hurt or he had done wrong, and he just apologizing to everybody for every little thing he had ever done in his life. So don't take advantage of what you have.
Yeah.
Because in a split second it could all be gone.
That's it, man.
And that's why, look, man, I look at people like Cody. I joke with Cody because Cody allows me to. But that's my man, bro. And Cody don't never ask nobody to fucking feel sorry for him, bro. Because, you know, he loves himself and he loves the situation. So imagine when Cody turned 50, man. He would have defeated the odds in life. And, you know what I'm saying? I mean, we all know Cody's situation. Like, so when he hit 50, come on, bro. Come on,
Cody, bro.
People sit around complaining about life, man, and then it's like Cody. I'm sure Cody like I don't want to hear that shit, bro. I'm living a real fucking life over here.
I can't do nothing with your sympathy.
Yeah.
What am I supposed to do with that shit?
That's why I'll take it easy on his ass.
Exactly. That's why I talk so much shit.
Yeah, man.
I'm getting angry
Bro,
at that
I'm just
optimism.
afraid that when it's my day, it's gonna be a stairway to enter heaven, bro. I'm gonna be really fucked in, bro.
You got the escalator?
That's fucked up.
Yeah, I know. Bro, that's what I'm saying.
Cody, don't worry, brother. We'll be there. We'll pick you up and carry your ass.
Hey, my boys.
Damn right.
Yeah.
Damn
Like me
right.
and Kev, hey, look, I'm looking at Kev like this little ass casket, man.
Bro, y'all better pick my ass up and bring me to the pearly gates, bro. I'm just
Exactly.
saying, dog. I've earned that shit at this point. But hey, man, listen, my name is Cody Lashley. This has been another edition of the C3 Friday Free for All, the show for the fans, by the fans. I will make sure that Tony Dunn uploads this to all the audio platforms, iTunes, Spotify, Stitcher. We appreciate y'all that requested us to put this on there. Hey, man, listen, y'all made this show happen. I appreciate each and every single one of y'all. To everybody out there, you already know what we tell y'all to do. Keep pounding.
Keep-